Monday night rugby league action live here on Premier Sports, where Brian McDermott's Featherstone Rovers are about to host the Bradford Bulls. The cheerleaders are out, the teams are about to make their way to the pitch. So let's head up to our commentary team this evening. Andrew Henderson, Kyle Amard, but first, as always, Mark Wilson.
Cheers, Emma. The youngsters getting stuck into their pre-match food. Make sure they've got plenty of energy for the night ahead, hoping that Featherstone will go back to the top of the championship table. Great to see so many kids here tonight at the Millennium Stadium. A big night ahead for both sides. Can the Bulls make it 4 wins in 5, or will it be Rovers winning and going back top of the championship table? Writing the teams out. Cheerleaders are strutting their stuff ahead of the kick-off here. There's Ross again, sneaking in, bottom of the court. He's always on the telly, that lad, isn't he? Always on them. Surprised he's not eating.
He finds a way.
He does indeed. Kyle Amore with us tonight. Kyle, looking forward to this. I think this could be a tasty one.
Yeah, it sure will. And obviously Featherstone Rovers, you know, they bounced back from that disappointing final, didn't they? And you know, managed to find a way. But it was at half time. It was pretty close, wasn't it, up at Newcastle? But 32 unanswered points put them back in command. And you know, it's important that they move on and forget about that. And obviously Bradford, you know, they're a team that seem to have the bit in between the teeth. We mentioned a couple of times down there before the game that 3 wins out of the last 4, and they'll be certainly fancying the chances here today.
They will indeed. Bradford Bulls coach Mark Dunning, spoke to him ahead of the game, clearly wants the job, Hendo, and I tell you what, his team dig out a result tonight. There's no better thing to put on his CV, is there?
No, absolutely. Well, it's been a fairly decent start for Mark, and as we spoke to pre-game, you know, Mark, he's almost part of the fabric of that Bradford Bulls club, isn't he? He's gone through the system as a coach. He's done the junior stuff with the scholarship, the academy, the reserves. He's been working with the first team under John Keir for the last few years, and like you said, he made it clear in his interview, you know, he has got some of his own ideas, and I think he's trying to put a little bit of that stamp on the team now, and we've, like you said, we've seen those performances.
Yeah, let's have a look then at the two teams. Then we'll start off with Featherstone. 5 changes from that cup final loss. Hall, Lockwood, Senila, Fale, Ford and Ferris miss out, but Income, Gale, Jones, Eze, Heppy and Cuthbertson. Smith and Riley Jacks have got 27 tries between them, the two halfbacks. It's going to be an interesting night for them. Young on loan, Wakefield forward Sam Eze. We saw him in action on Premier Sports for Barrow a few weeks ago. He starts on the bench. What about the Bradford Bulls then? 3 wins in 4 under Mark Dunning. They are missing some of their own big names, with the likes of Patton and Lilly at halfback. And Thomas Doyle, he has been catching the eye of several Super League clubs. How will he go tonight? Former Army man Michael Doyle will make his Bradford Bulls debut from the bench. Good luck to him this evening. So the Millennium Stadium awaits then here tonight. The simple equation for Featherstone: win and they go back to the top. Don't forget, next Monday night live right here on Premier Sports, Lee against Featherstone, the latest instalment of the Battle of the Big Two. And here are Featherstone Rovers then about to come out onto the field here. The Bradford Bulls led out by Steve Cross, who is on the bench tonight. Deck Patton raring to get going. Sammy Kabula, a rare start for him for the Bulls, normally used from the bench. Well, the flamethrowers go off here, Hendo. I'm expecting fireworks tonight. I think this could be tasty.
Absolutely. Well, I think, look, the Bradford Bulls come here with nothing to lose for me. All the pressure is on Featherstone. Obviously, the disappointment of the 1895 Cup final. Now, they bounced back with a good win against Newcastle, and they'll be expected at home to deliver not only a performance but get a result. But the Bradford Bulls will have other ideas. Like you said, they're a club back on the rise now with a couple of good wins and performances. And that was a fantastic win, Kyle, wasn't it, against Widnes?
Yeah, it sure was. You know, 31 or 30 points to 6, I think it was, and you know, a terrific win there for Bradford. But I'm just looking down at the team, guys, and what I'm seeing from the Bradford Bulls is a very youthful side, you know, in contrast to Featherstone Rovers. And I just wonder, you know, with playing on Thursday night, whether, you know, if this game can be a close contest, or how much fatigue will play a part in you know, the final stages of the game. And you know, for Bradford Bulls, they've just got to be able to get in the grind with them, go set for set with them, and take them to a place that they haven't been before, because so often this Featherstone Rovers side have blown people away.
Okay, we are going to have a moment's applause ahead of the start here for memory of Alan Tankard, a lifelong Featherstone fan. It was his funeral today. So the stadium will remember Alan, and our thoughts with his family and friends. Yeah, lovely moment there in memory of Alan Tankard, lifelong Featherstone fan. About to get underway. Big roar goes around the Millennium Stadium. Jordan Lilly looks quite relaxed, just exchanges a few words pre-game as the players change ends. So Featherstone going to go up the hill here. If you've not been before, it's a big old hill. Mike Smale, the referee, man from New Zealand. We've seen him a few times on Premier Sports this season. And without wishing to tempt fate, he's been outstanding every time we've seen him. The players, just before we kick off, there'll be 13 seconds of silence in respect to the RFL's Tackle It campaign. There's no room for racism or discrimination in any walk of life, and certainly not in the sport of rugby league. You see a couple of the Bulls players taking the knee there. Sammy Kabula. As we wait to get underway here. Bradford going down the slope then. And we are about to get underway. Monday night. It's been a busy old weekend, hasn't it? What better way to wrap it all up than here on Premier Sports in the Betfred Championship. Featherstone, first use of the ball. Kopchak against his former club, bringing it up the hill. And Bradford, well, we mentioned at Batley a few weeks ago the value of that slope, Hendo. You went 18 points at Mount Pleasant, the value of the slope. What is it here at Featherstone?
Maybe not quite as much because it's not quite as steep, but again, the kicking game will be crucial. Certainly going up the hill, it's important that the kickers will need to find the grass and try and obviously either find the line to slow the tempo of the game out, because like I said, when you're coming down the hill and you have that momentum behind you, it can be hard to stop.
It can be indeed, as Bussey carries, strong carry over the halfway line. So Featherstone not having too many problems early on here. And the ball now inside Bradford's 40. Last one, Wildy at dummy half. Coming short side here, Riley Jacks will go high. Hall waits on his own 10-metre line. He'll catch it comfortably, brings it forward. What do you make of that first set?
Yeah, a decent little set there from Featherstone, sending people like Junior Moores and Bussey down this right-hand defensive channel of Bradford, just rolling them down the field. He'd done a good job, the Bradford, on that occasion, but as the game goes on, expect that to speed up a lot more, I think.
Kieran Gill, Bradford's top try scorer, working the ball forward. They'll need to get him involved as they play at the line here, and now they turn the ball back. Kopchak is there waiting with Moores. Smith helping out with a tackle as well, as Bradford are going to kick here from inside the 40. So this is a 40-20. That's a great kick. Will it get the bounce? Not quite. Carella was there across and skips forward, but that's not a bad set in response from Bradford.
No, it's not. Never got the opportunity to speak about Deck Patton pre-game, but one thing I was going to allude to was his kicking game. It's a huge weapon of his, and like you said, we will see that utilised this evening, and you saw it there early in the tackle count, trying to find that 40-20. Wasn't far off it, but they come down this short side mark. Bussey now. Yeah,
they're carrying it. I think he was one who was pretty quiet at Spurs in the cup final. Featherstone won at their best against Lee. They'll know they'll need to improve, not only tonight, but next Monday when they meet again in the championship. As they're over the halfway line and Kopchak runs it in. Good tackle made.
That's great bit of defensive work there on Moores and Kopchak. Just finding that extra effort to turn him on his back and get a side of slow play of the ball. Brilliant stuff.
Now the little chip over the top going into the corner again. Hall underneath it again. He'll bring it back, and he's meeting the sandwich there, all right.
Yeah, solid contact there from Ben Halliwell and Jack Bussey combining to put Hall on his backside. But it's an interesting tactic I've noticed so far. They're attacking this left-hand channel of Featherstone. I got a sense, Mark, that they're trying to work over Sammy Kabula. Kabula obviously hasn't had a lot of game time recently this season. Normally plays in the middle. Could they feel there's an opportunity to expose him here defensively on the edge?
Yeah, he's such a big man that you just know that sooner or later, with the amount of traffic that they're going to make him do, that he will come up with a defensive error, a misread, and it's off the back of that this Featherstone side look to exploit. But they're moving the ball here from right to left now.
Here's Hall into line. He is quick. They do not want to let him get away, but he's wrapped up. And has he lost it?
Yeah, it is, Mark.
He's lost it in the tackle. Big cheer goes up from the stand over on the far side. And well, it's okay being fast, but you've got to hang on to the football.
Yeah, you certainly do. And adventurous play there from the Bradford Bulls. They'd obviously come down this right-hand channel, and then they moved the point of attack. It looked like it potentially was a one-on-one ball still at first, but I think it was just the momentum of Morgan Smith as he was going down, kind of dislodged the ball, and it's deemed to be a knock-on.
Yeah, but you talk about the difference in attacking styles. You've seen Featherstone Rovers just targeting one channel, and Bradford, well, they're willing to move the ball around, aren't they? They know they have to get joy by moving this massive pack of Junior Moores and Bussy around, and Kopchak in there to get any joy out of them.
Ball now coming across the field and taken into contact.
Yeah, I think Mustafa's in trouble here.
Mustafa's hurt himself.
Yeah.
Referee's going to have to stop that. Well, he's on dual registration from Leeds. He's facing a big charge, isn't he, for a dangerous throw, so he may be about to miss a few games, Mustafa. Let's hope he's not injured, though, here tonight.
He just gets his head in the wrong position there, Mark. He tries to leave something on Cooper there, but yeah, you can just see he gets his head the wrong side, and you can tell by the folding of his legs underneath him.
Yeah, that's the issue there. You see it here, he just puts his head's going down, he's looking at the ground, so he can't see what's in front of him, and like you said, his head just collides straight in it's like the quad of the opposing player. But
well, that's Brian McDermott. He's looking down. On the walkie-talkie, getting a few early messages out. Still awaiting the first points here, but Mustafa will have to go and pass the head test. So early problem potentially for Mark Dunning. They are going to bring Crossley on, which is a good thing, but it means potentially they could be losing an early interchange there.
Yeah, let's just hope he's okay. He passes the HIA test, gets back outside, because Bradford Bulls, they're going to need everyone all hands on deck in this performance.
They are. First chance.
What it gives you as well, Mark, it gives you leg speed, Mustafa. So they're going to miss that leg speed around the middle.
Well, here's Cooper, drives it in, 12 away. Featherstone looking for the first points. Wildy in at dummy half, gets it away. Here now is Smith, moves it along, out the back to Corella, gets the pass away, bounced kindly in the end there for Gale. I think Miller was eyeing up a run down the hill there. If that ball had bounced in his favour, it didn't. And Featherstone comes short side again, trying to power their way over, but Helliwell is going to be wrapped up. Bradford defended that pretty well. And that is going to be the turnover. So first real test, and Bradford have come up with their ball.
Yeah, they have. You know, they've just turned them away there. But it's 5 metres out from their own line. So, you know, for Featherstone, now this is what they can do. They can go after them defensively, physically try and dominate them. And that's 2 tackles gone, and there's only, what, 5 or 6 metres made.
Not bothered whether you're going uphill or downhill. These are tough carries, aren't they?
They sure are, mate, yeah.
Bringing it off your own 10-metre line. Here's Doyle. Well, I'm going to call it now. I'll be very, very surprised if Thomas Doyle is not a Super League player this time next season. I'm not trying to get the Bulls to sell him, but I know there are Super League clubs very much interested in him. Yeah, they will be circling, Mark. When you've got a player who just seems to be more dynamic, read the game a bit better than those in and around him, you know, it's only a matter of time before someone comes and takes a punt on him, and that's a nice little kick over the top there. Carella's there to deal with it. Yeah, picks it up on the bounce, springs it back, and Kabula is the first man to lead the charge. And Jacks jumps in at dummy half. Oh, Bradford offside. A little bit too keen.
A little bit too keen, but one thing that you can notice straight away is the difference of where each team are turning the ball over. The last 3 sets we see of Featherstone, it's turned over inside the opposition 10. Bradford haven't quite turned the ball over on the same terms, and they've given a penalty away there in yardage, which is just criminal. Yeah, one thing you can't do against the side of the quality that Featherstone Rovers have is come up with cheap errors and penalties. You know, we've seen an error by Hall, and then when they've got through that next set, there's a penalty off the back of it. Yeah, the ball going out wide. That wasn't a good pass, and Gill's going to try and chase it down. Briscoe pounces upon it, but they lost a lot of metres there, Featherstone Rovers. Corella will just try and get 10 of those back with a scoot forward up to the 40. And Wildy now just looking to get his forwards rolling. Big shot goes in on Cooper. And now Wildy pops it up. Here's Leilua. Leilua fancies a charge. Look at that, 3 of them on him. Ball now swings across. Here now, centre field, Cooper again.
What a tough forward he is. What a servant he's been to Rovers. Last one then, Featherstone 12 away. Wildy looking to his right. They're just going to stand the kick up. They're going to let it bounce here, let Featherstone have it. And Gill, in fairness, was quick to react.
Briscoe on that far side there. He tried to climb up above everyone else and knock it back down, hoping that Leilua would be around it. It was Bradford Bulls who react first and deny them an opportunity.
Luke Briscoe. What a try record he's got for Featherstone Rovers, who are hoping to add to his tally tonight. 15 for the season. He's got 74 in 90 games for Featherstone over 3 spells. The Bulls are working it forward here.
I think Bradford are going to have to shape up a bit better. You can almost throw a blanket around them for those first 3 or 4 plays. Fill the field.
That's a better run. Mind you, it's Lilly who's taking it in. I'll tell you what, his forwards could do with learning off that. That was a great carry.
It's not ideal for him to be carrying the ball forward, is it?
Well, he's showing the forwards how it's done, Kyle. High kick, far side. Briscoe trying to get underneath it. Does get underneath it.
That's a better set there from Bradford. Just putting some pressure back on Featherstone, asking them big blokes to get back behind the ball. And Sammy Kabola, well, he's going after it, isn't he, at the moment?
Well, we saw when these two met, what, a month or so ago, Hendo, that, you know, it was quite a tight game for large parts, but that was played on a slightly narrower field than we're playing on tonight, and that's going to be a different challenge, isn't it, for the Bulls?
Well, there's that as well, and also the fact that Featherstone are probably still ruining after that cup loss, and they'll want to make sure they're staying top of the tree in this championship table. So a lot of motivation for them to deliver not only a performance tonight, but also to get the result. So I think it's a different animal that the Bradford Bulls are facing here at home.
Here come Featherstone again. They're going to kick deep here. Smith backpedaling, well held on the far side and brought forward. And that in the end is a good run from Joe Burton. A rare start for him really this season, and now Bradford earn themselves a penalty. So, credit where it's due, the Bulls working their way into this one.
Yeah, they certainly are, Mark, and as we said, it's probably been Featherstone have had the better of the start to this half. They've certainly been turning the ball over on their terms a lot better and probably earned the better of the field position, but Bradford now get a rare opportunity in this first half where they now start their setting good ball field territory. Let's see what sort of questions they can ask of this Featherstone Rovers defensive line, Mark.
Yeah, here comes Crossley then on as a substitute, formerly of Rovers, of course. Getting to the veteran stage now, I think it'd be fair to say that. Ball here with Kabola. Kabola runs it in. Carries well. He started well, in fairness to him.
Have to do a lot of work early doors. Couple of carries and multiple tackles in there.
This is better from the ball. Short pass. Wallace is through the line, but it's a forward pass.
Unlucky.
Oh, he was unlucky because he broke through AJ Wallace. He scored against Rovers at Odsall. And the pass, did he just overrun it? But whether he did or he didn't, that was better from Bradford.
Well, he's been doing this all year, hasn't he, as AJ Wallace? You know, he's in great form at the moment, offers hard lines like that. Just on that occasion there. Deck pattern, he tries the no-look pass, but it's deemed to go forward. I thought it was forward as live. The referee confirmed that, but wonderful attacking shape. The threat's there, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's what Wallace gives you, doesn't he? He's got genuine punch, hasn't he, in his carry. Runs a great in-line. If he times that to perfection there, he's going through and he's scoring there.
Featherstone then, bottom of the hill. 11 on the clock. Here on Premier Sports, bit of messing about. Helliwell wanted a penalty, didn't get one. Bussy, great tackle from Lilly round the legs. Play the ball. Here's Briscoe in off the wing. Again, Kabola with work to do.
They're definitely targeting, aren't they, this
Yeah, when you've got the right side winger coming across for a carry down that left channel, you know that's exactly where they're doing it. They're sticking to task, aren't they, Featherstone, at the moment? Just easy cheap meters rolling down that channel. Kabola, well, he looks like he can't get back in the moment.
Well, here come Featherstone now, moving it across. Here's Davis. He was very slow, Sammy Kabola, wasn't he, to get up out of that tackle. And now Featherstone attack down there, right-hand side. Leilua offloads the ball. Did Briscoe take it cleanly? He did.
Yeah.
They're 10 away, last one. What have they got here? Smith is going to kick across the face of the post. Kabola gets it, doesn't catch it.
Yeah.
And Bussy will collect. And Featherstone have got the first points of the night. The kick across the field, not dealt with by Bradford. And Bussey opens up the scoring. Featherstone 4, Bradford 0.
Yeah, fantastic try there for the Featherstone Rovers, and that for me is a result of patience and perseverance. They've been very methodical, Featherstone. They've had a set game plan to work down this left-hand channel, working over Kabula and Lilly. They moved the point of attack to the right edge, stayed there, and then they get the last tackle, cross-field kick here. And again, it's Kabula that just misses the jump and catch on it, falls into the arms of the chasing Jack Bussey, and he scores the opening try. Fantastic kick from Morgan Smith as well. It's plenty of hang time. Kabula's got to deal with that better, but then again, as a result of making 3-4 on the bounce previously, that lapse of concentration, doesn't quite time the jump to take it. Bussey has enough power to catch and fall over the line. Great start for the Rovers.
Yeah, Kabula is probably the biggest man on the field, isn't he? But if I'm brutally honest, you know, he is a difficult catch. It's over his head. He's probably not renowned for catching, is he? But, you know, obviously Jack Bussey there was waiting to pinch his pocket and did so. It's a great start from Featherstone Rovers. I agree, Hendo, very patient, sticking to the game plan, rolling down that left side of the field in attack, working Kabula and people like that over. And it's the kick cross field from Morgan Smith that finds Jack Bussey in the end. The conversion as well to add.
Yeah, Carella adds the extras. Here it is again, and we know they've been targeting him defensively, but this is another side. When you're playing in the back row, you've got to be able to get up and compete for those high balls.
Absolutely. You know, I mean, they're in the frame, they're in a position to catch the ball, and unfortunately for Kabula, he probably just jumps a little bit too early, mistimes it. And as Kyle rightly said there, Jack Bussey's just in the position to take the scraps and get over the line.
Featherstone then coming forward. And it shows the fine margins, doesn't it? AJ Wallace thought he was in at one end, Featherstone score at the other. Here's Kopchak. Ball 30 off the line. Well, that pass looked slightly forward. Here's Bussey, the try scorer. Lilly again brings him to ground, but a quick play of the ball, and Featherstone are rolling up the hill here. Jacks to Helliwell. Helliwell is tackled. Dawson Jones did well. Gale then fancies a run as well across the field. He's got the short pass on, and Cooper bumps off one. Kabula, credit to him, keeps turning up, makes another tackle. It's the last one. They're going to go now to the right-hand side. They're going through hands. Here's John Davis. Little chip through from Davis, and Leilua will score. Second try in quick succession for Featherstone Rovers. Well, they've got some star halfbacks, Featherstone, but the kicking game from Davis was bang on the money.
Yeah, fantastic try again. Back-to-back tries for the Featherstone Rovers. I spoke about it previously, the patience they've showed, that they've demonstrated early in this game, just happy to turn the ball over inside the 10 and wait for the opportunities, and they just rolled up the hill on this occasion.
Yeah,
they got the last tackle, didn't it, here, Cole? Two-pass shift, and John Davies, the man, he puts the kick in behind the three-man, and Joey Leilua pounces to score.
Well, he's not renowned for his kicking game, is he? John Davis. That's a wonderful little kick through the first line of defence, beautiful weight, perfect. And Leilua, mind you, I'm watching that back there. I'm not quite sure he's grounded this ball.
Oh, I don't think he
They might have got away with that one, but take nothing away from that though. The ease and the way they were just able to roll up the field. When you concede a try, your actions next set are so important, aren't they, Hendo? You know, you want that side, you want the team to kick the ball from inside their 40, and on that occasion, just rolling down once more down this right-hand side of Bradford's defence. And how many times have we mentioned Jack Bussey already? Some of the work that he's been doing at the moment, guys, is incredible. Every set he seems to be coming up with a big run, leaving defenders on the floor, generating quick ruck speed, and off the back of that, everybody's just playing. And when you're playing on the front foot at 100 mile an hour, you know, it's so difficult to win it back.
Carella adds the extras from out wide. Well, did Leilua get this down or not? Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Yes, he did.
I think he did, in fairness.
Yeah.
I told you this referee was good, fellas.
Yeah, you did say it. You did say it.
Great kick as well. Good news for the Bulls. Mustafa has passed his HIA, so that's better news for them. But they're 12 points to 0 down here in quick time, and Featherstone setting out like they mean business.
And guess where they're coming again?
Yeah.
You better believe it, down this side.
Oh, working away here.
And again, he's here again, isn't he? Hey, look at the meters after contact. He even managed to make meters forward, both legs off the floor. He's that strong.
Here's Junior Moores. Moores gets it away. Smith moves it wide. Davis out the back. Corella gets it away to Briscoe. Tried to bump off Burton. Gill finishes off the tackle. Looking for a third score here. Featherstone Rovers. Moores will take a straight one. 30 away, last one. They're going short side again. They're going to put the kick in the air. Hall comes across to catch it, gets there, and he's met. And you mentioned it earlier on, Hendo. Yeah. Look where Featherstone, when they're not scoring, look where they're giving Bradford the ball.
And that's it. And that's, you know, again, it's great practice for what's coming at the end of the season. You know, the ability to just turn the ball over and just do it again and again and again and not go away from that. You know, happy to turn the ball over inside the 10 and back their defence, getting off the try line.
They're bringing the ball forward here, one-handed pickup. Gets a couple of metres with Doyle again. Doyle up just short of the 40. They'll play the ball now. Here's Crossley. Crossley gets it away to Lilly. Lilly moves it to Kabula. Kabula, well, that was a bit of a hit and hope. Miller has to retreat back and pick it up. Now he's going to lose metres and might lose a few more, as well as Gale pushes his opposite number back. And the ball now with Lilly under pressure, thumps it downfield. It's going to land on the 40. Briscoe will catch it on the first bounce, and Featherstone are going to start on the 40-metre line. Huge advantage.
Yeah, and that's the reward you get off the back of front-loading your energy with your defence. They kick the ball, it's play two, and they've got the ball back exactly where they kicked it from, and it's just putting this Bradford Bulls side under more pressure. Can they hold out?
Here's Kopchak. Kopchak runs it up the middle. Baldwinson makes a tackle. And now, and the referee was talking to Bradford even before that tackle, saying you need to get back on side. Just what they didn't want.
No, they didn't need that. They're under a lot of pressure at the moment, the Bradford Bulls, and they need to start manning up defensively for me. They need to start getting that tackle management sorted. Featherstone are just finding it too easy to not only find their fronts but make metres. They've got to get that tackle. It starts with that tackle control. Rock control needs to be better.
Sure it does.
Wildy gets it away. They've got plenty of bodies here. They might not need them. They're trying to power their way over. That is Mustafa back out there, so that's good news for Bradford. Kabula's the one that's gone for a breather, but here come Rovers. They've got numbers. They must score, and they will score. It's that man Riley Jack's 15th try of the season. He got a hat-trick at Onsell, and he's off and running tonight. Featherstone, red hot start for them. They lead by 16 points to 0.
Yeah, well, it's the carry beforehand. If you watch when we show the replay, what it does, I think it's Mustafa. There's about 4 or 5 of them that are inside there, all around the ruck, all committed to the ruck. People pulled out of position. Look there, we see here, and it's just a case of 4-on-1. Pick your pass, pick your run, do whatever you like, because it's a certain try. And Riley Jacks, he's far too good at this level not to take that opportunity, but it's the play before. Too many people in and around with 5 white shirts. And when you're comfortable at one part of the field, well, guess what? Somebody else is uncomfortable.
Yeah. We see Matty Dawson-Jones as well. He just flies in. I'm not sure he needed to go in there. If he was going to kill, he had to kill Riley Jacks out the back. I think he's gone in for that short lead, which the staff had covered.
I don't think there's a lot Dawson-Jones could do in that situation, is that he's almost got 5 Featherstone shirts in front of him. Caught in no man's land when he has to make a decision because he's got no help from the inside. He's got to be put to floor for a start, Hendo. You put him to floor.
I don't disagree with that.
You know, you're able to get out of there, organise your ruck defence, and not have 5 players around to play the ball. It's just far too many.
Here is the kick again, and once again, Mark Corella delivers. 3 from 3 for him. 3 tries in, 8-minute burst there. 18 points to 0. The home fans are happy. Could be a long night for the Bulls.
Sure are. We're seeing it here once more. Riley Jacks, 2 tries last week in the win over Newcastle, and another one there. 21 minutes gone, and it's 18-0. Featherstone uphill. Could be a long night.
Yeah, they need to. Well, for starters, they need to sort this tackle control out. The Bradford Bulls. They need to somehow control the ruck speed, because at the moment Featherstone Rovers are just dictating the terms. It seems to be a little bit better from Bradford, getting their bodies in front, 3 in the tackle.
It's all about the body position, Endo, isn't it? You know, we're seeing here Leilua, he's just able to play it on his terms. Davis, and that's a shot from Evans. But he rides that off. once again finds his front, looks to play the ball quick, does so.
You know, Bradford there, that Bradford hand, Dawson Jones, it'll be another set, I think. Here it is, back to 0. Bradford flew into a few tackles there, Hendo, and still ended up on the wrong end of them.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. Like I said, at least they're showing some intent, which is good. But ultimately, you have to hit and you have to stick. And you have to be working together, and that's the problem. Sometimes when you're under pressure, Mark, people try and solve things on their own. They'll fly at the line, they'll lose that connection and that line of cohesion. And that's one thing that Bradford need, to keep their line cohesion strong together, and obviously make sure the tackle control off the back of it's better.
Good offload there again. Here's Jacks, gets it to Kopchak. Kopchak 15 out, Crossley with a tackle. Finally, they get to slower play the ball down. Wildy in front of the post, goes here to Cooper, gets it away to Moores. Moores is trying to fight and get the arm free. He's rolled over. Wildy now, look, he's pointed out, he's got maybe a decoy. No, that's where he's going to go. He goes short to Kopchak. Kopchak trying to power his way over. You can see the ball clamped there. Last one here. Featherstone knocking on the door. Here is Jacks again, ball short, and they're going to score. Bussey in for his second. Bradford are getting ripped to shreds here at the Millennium Stadium. Referee awards a try. It's a 4th try in 11 minutes. Bussey may have picked up a knock, let's hope he's okay. But Featherstone here are running riot.
Yeah, they certainly are. And again, I'm going to keep saying this theme, it's about the tackle control. And unfortunately, again, they fail to put the man to ground. They can't control the ruck. Their spacing then is an issue off the back of it. Too many bodies around to play the ball. And again, they've got a middle unit man defending at 4-man, which is causing all sorts of problems.
Yeah, look at here. Yeah, Mustafa, he's not a back rower, and you can see why. He's completely out of position.
Correct.
Your back rower there, standing right under the middle of the posts. It just exposes far too many people. And I mentioned that theme about when you're comfortable, somebody's uncomfortable. And the easiest thing to do and the weakest thing to do is just standing in around the ruck, hoping that the ball's going to go away from you and become someone else's problem. You've got to win tackles, like you said, Hendo. Open up, peel out of the tackle, open your spaces up and get forward crucially. And on that occasion, you know, it's a wonderful pass there from Jacks, but I honestly think it's poorer defence from Bradford.
Well, Corralla's got the ball on the kicking tee. Jack Bussey is making his way back down the field. There he is. He's going to try and run it off. I think he just got his leg caught underneath him, didn't he? And so here comes the kick from Corralla. 3 from 3 becomes 4 from 4. Straight down the middle. 24 points to 0. And if there was any doubt about Featherstone maybe having one out next week, don't you bet on it. They're here tonight and they're determined to put Bradford away early.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not too sure when the last time Bradford touched the rugby league football, to be honest with you. But they need to get their hands on the ball. But the only way they're going to get their hands back on the ball, Mark and Kyle, is by earning it through having a good defensive set. They've got to stop this juggernaut of a pack going forward the way it is and enjoying the metres and the speed of the play the ball.
Well, I think every time a Featherstone Rovers player is carrying the ball forward so often, in fact, nearly every time, they're beating that first man, aren't they? They're winning the contact, winning the floor, and off we go again. Matty Wildy this time out, but a chance there. I think it was Flanagan, was it?
No, it was Baldwinson, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Got his hand on it. Well, that is the nearest they've had to a touch of the ball, sadly, for the Bradford Bulls. And what it means is Featherstone get another set. And here now is Leilua. And he offloads, and Corralla's on the back of it. Smith in at dummy half. There's so many willing runners here. Here goes Briscoe. Briscoe was that high. Referee had a look at it, says get on with it. Here now is Moores, out the back to Jackson, coming again, tipping on. Here's Halliwell. He's over. It's too easy for Featherstone Rovers. They are blowing the balls away. 28 points to 0.
Yeah, super hands there for that try once again on this left-hand side. And it was just getting far too quick, wasn't it? It was an attempt from Baldwinson to try and snatch the ball, giving away a 6 again. Leilua supplies a little offload to Corralla, and then after that, Briscoe makes a wonderful run right in behind the ruck, creates far too much ruck speed, and it's just wonderful shape through that man, Johnny Moores, out the back to Jacks. Bussey tips onto Halliwell, and he's able to get rid of Miller and score a try in the corner. It's a wonderful Featherstone try, and Bradford my word, they're going to have to sort something out quick, because this is becoming an absolute onslaught at the moment.
It certainly is, Kyle, and again, you just see on that clip that they just don't even get off their line, Bradford, because they're still in retreat mode because of the ruck speed that the Featherstone Rovers are generating. They're punching holes, they're getting down and up, playing quick play the balls. Bradford are literally turning. As they turn, they cannot get off their line, and the Rovers, another wave of attack is coming at them, and that's the result there, because there's no momentum for them going forward off their line into those tackles. They're just dropping off and falling off them with ease. Fantastic try for Featherstone Rovers.
Tough kick for Corella. Some changes made. We'll bring you those in a moment. Here's Corella looking to keep the 100% record going. He sends it on the way. Well, I think you could put the ball at Castleford and kick it from there as well, wouldn't he? 30 points to 0. They're loving it here, the Featherstone fans, and so they should. Big crowd here tonight, and they're seeing a big performance. Halliwell got a double at Onsell, and he's off and running tonight. Just simply too many numbers.
Yeah, they're just on the back foot. It's men against boys at the moment. 30 points to 0, and there's still 12 minutes to go. And the frightening part of it is big carries like this off the bench. Oh, it's Sam Esse. Oh, he's just throwing them off. He's like He-Man at the moment.
Well, he's just joined from Wakefield. He had a short spell at Barrow, and he really did catch the eye there, Sam Esse. He's joined on a season-long loan here at Featherstone. Cuthbertson on as well.
I was just going to say, Mark, as well, the second half, when they're using that advantage with all this leg speed and the fact that they're just generating far more ruck speed than Bradford are coming down the hill, you know, it's only going to get worse for them.
Here's Esse again, looking to offload. We know he's got an offload in this game, but they don't have to overplay Featherstone here. They're managing to work their way up already on halfway. And Davis now will come forward, and Doyle makes the tackle. Over on the far side, last one. Bradford hold firm here. Corella to Jacks. Jacks takes a couple of steps forward. He punts it towards Miller. Miller's under pressure, does well to get off the ground, and finally, Bradford have got the ball back.
Yeah, but look where they've got it once more, though. It's 20 metres off their own line. Featherstone there just going through a simple set, a basic set. You know, that man Esse, 2 carries in that set. That's what you want from your impact player. Keep the intensity up.
They've lost it.
Penalty, and they needed that, didn't they?
Well, they've got a penalty. Mustafa, the ball ripped out of his grasp. What's the mindset like of these Bulls now, Hendo? Because, you know, they've just conceded 5 tries in 14 minutes.
Oh, look, they just need to get to an end of set. I think that's got to be the first focal point. Get to an end of set and then defend a set. Because at the moment, they've not even been able to defend a set properly, have they, really, to that last play.
They haven't even had an opportunity to attack in any good ball shape whatsoever. It's important how they finish this set, really, for me.
Yeah, there's Evan Skur on off the bench. Here now, going forward is Doyle. And Doyle is going to get his side another penalty. Featherstone offside, and a bit of pushing and shoving there. Flanagan's involved.
Who else?
Take that one off the bingo card. I think we knew that was coming. Here he is, Flanagan. He's a competitor, and Bradford need a bit of that. Here's Crossley now, driving it forward. Can he get the ball over the line? Well, he's over the line, but the ball, sadly for him, is in the air. And the referee, Mike Smale, right on the spot. 30 points to 0. Bradford on the wrong end of the scoreboard, but can they add some points of their own here? Evan Skur drives it forward. He's tackled by Davis. Wildy in there as well. First real test of the Featherstone try line. Here now is Lilly, gets it away. Hall into the line, wraps up beautifully.
Yeah, wonderful tackle.
Jacks did well. Ball now goes back centre field. Lilly with a little drop off. Ball's come free. Doyle went backwards, didn't it? Flanagan will pick it up.
Knock on.
Oh, wow. Is that not a little bit tight? Doyle acknowledges the error, but it did look like he went backwards.
It did look like he went backwards there, but referees called it. A little bit unfortunate there for the Bradford Bulls, but I've got to give credit to the Featherstone Rovers defensive line. I thought, yeah, they worked really, really well together. You could see it even when Bradford put the shift play on previously. I thought they checked and released. Line cohesion was good. You know, stayed connected and were handling what was being thrown at them there. So you've got to give credit to the defence as well.
Well, to be fair to Featherstone, they've not had to do too much defending in this opening half, but it was a very patient. It was a very patient and very workmanlike defensive unit there. They never really looked like they were going to be threatened, did they? People making tackles.
Oh, he's lost that.
Yeah,
he's lost
there's
that,
a chance. door of opportunity opens here for Bradford. There'll be a scrum 20 metres out. They'll get another good ball set. Let's see if they can put on a bit more this time.
Maybe some justice here, Mark, for that previous call.
Maybe. You just wonder if there was a Bradford fingertip in there. Certainly Leilua thought there was, but
Not so sure.
he can afford to smile. His side are 30 points to 0 up. Well on the way to the victory that will take them to the top of the table. Remember, next Monday night, live right here on Premier Sports, Lee against Featherstone. The top two doing battle again. One each, isn't it, in the series so far? Featherstone won here in round 2.
It was a real wet, heavy, muddy night, that, wasn't it, if we cast our minds back to that.
It was. Here's Flanagan, jumps in at dummy half, gets the ball away. It's a little bit stop-start at the moment. Skur will pump the legs, but Cuthbertson will grab him by the waist. And to be fair to Skur, he's still fighting his way forward. We'll play the ball a couple of metres away. Big outrageous dummy from Flanagan. He's over. Well, you can say what you like about this fella, but he'll compete to the very end, and Flanagan is over. Second try of the season for him. And look what it means to him. He'll not give up. And Bradford finally on the board. And Hendo, a typical number 9 strike.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the old slow and go there from George Flanagan. And one thing we will do when he comes off that bench is he'll bring energy. He'll bring energy, he'll compete, he'll try and disrupt the opposition. And so far, he's had an immediate impact since coming off the bench. Fantastic individual try there for George Flanagan, and just some well-needed respite reprieve there for the Bradford Bulls. They needed that, and they've had to absorb a hell of a lot of pressure so far. That's a fantastic try there from Flanagan as he burrows over. Great strength.
He does well to spin out there, but I will question the defensive unit there, the marker system from Featherstone Rovers, Cuthbertson and Davies. You forget about what's the most important job, and it's the ball, isn't it? The ball, not where you think the ball's going, it's where the ball actually is, and they lose sight of it, and he's just too strong to spin out of Corrella's tackle and put the ball down. But it's encouraging, isn't it, for Bradford? They've had 2 sets down there, and they've come away with points on 1 occasion. So it is there if they can get back a foothold in the game. Mind you, it's an almighty task, isn't it? 24 points behind.
Well, Deck Patton added the extras, so that's 6 on the board for the Bulls. And Flanagan clapping his hands, wants a quick play of the ball. And that's another good run, and fair play to Evan Skur. He's come off the bench and made a good impact as well. Here's Mustafa.
And this is better now. Now it looks like Bradford the one with all the energy, finding the front, playing the ball quick. Better stuff.
Here's Patton, gets the ball away to AJ Wallace. Bulls fans might be thinking, what would have happened if that try had been given at the other end? Could have been an entirely different scene, but it is what it is. And Skur again, this time clattered by Moores.
Oh, come on.
He's been pushed there, surely, when he was playing the ball, what do you think?
I don't know.
Well, Evan Skur just giving him the big build-up, and he's come up with an error.
Yeah, the rules are you've got to regather your feet, Hendo, haven't you?
Probably see it on the replay here.
Yeah, I think he's trying his effort and applications right. You know, he's not played it. He's tried to be too clever. Not what you need. It was a wonderful set from Bradford, wasn't it? Considering off a restart.
It was.
Done everything right and just needed to put that ball in the corner. Get them side back into this. Featherstone Rovers, they're just shown today that they're too good at the moment to just give them cheap ball. They will make you pay.
Here they go then, Rovers. Helliwell tackled. Here now is Cuthbertson, drives it forward. Connor Jones coming on into the action for Featherstone. Ball now working its way out wide to Leilua. Leilua drives it forward again. Him in the touch, offloads it. Briscoe did really well there. Gills tried to steal the ball, but once Flanagan came in, he couldn't take the ball. And now the ball is in the centre of the field. Cuthbertson gets it away. Danger here, but Corella well wrapped up by the Bulls. Dawson Jones doing the tackling, but they're coming back to this left edge. Here's Helliwell, steps back inside, tries to bump one off.
Release last
He'll be tackled 15 out from the line. Short side play again. Jacks gets it away. Here's Jones. Just chips it down the line. And Miller, he wanted it to roll out of play, but he had to knock it dead in the end.
Yeah, clever little kick there, just in behind. Lovely weight on it as well. And Miller, well, he just doesn't fancy any chances of letting that become another try and just knocks it dead. Wonderful kick here. Lovely and soft, right in between centre winger. And Miller, you can feel the winger right down his throat there, knocks it dead.
Interesting that Jack Bussey has gone off. We hope there was no long-lasting effects of that knock he picked up earlier on. But he has gone off, and maybe just with one eye on next week, because we normally see him play 80 minutes, don't we? Eze comes forward.
Scored a couple of tries, have the rest of the day off.
Ball now working its way along to Helliwell, who's gone into the back row. Connor Jones filling in at centre. Wildy gets it away. Here's Moore, short pass to Eze. Eze trying to bump off a couple. Gets the ball away. It's a good pass as well to Smith. Kicks ahead. He's looking for Briscoe. Ball batted back and knocked dead by Burton. Bradford hanging on again.
Yeah, terrific passenger play there. Middles tip into one another. A wonderful offload as well. Delicate little kick in behind. It's more pressure. It's another 6 tackles.
2 minutes, mate. 2 minutes.
He done well there, Joe Burton, didn't he? To get himself in a position to knock that dead. Briscoe was chasing it for all money. Another set of defence for the Bradford Bulls. It's been the theme, hasn't it, this evening, Mark?
It has indeed.
Defend, 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 Bradford.
Yeah, and they've not been overly successful at it so far. Eze stands and then is rolled over. Skur and Mustafa with a tackle. There's some tired-looking Bradford bodies out there at the moment. As the ball knocked down, that'll be play on. Wildy collects it. Another set coming here. 30 metres out.
It's too much defence, Mark, at the minute. It's déjà vu for Bradford.
Gale carries. He's tackled. They're coming with Wildy now. Wildy weaves in and out, gets the ball away. Flick past to Cuthbertson. Here's Eze again. Skur's got him. Tackle made, 5 away. Wildy now gets it away. They're going to swing the ball.
Oh, good tackle, Mustafa! Ring tickler there on Corella.
Yeah, certainly was, but the danger not gone yet. Moore's trying to weave his way over. Tackled just half a yard short. Still the pressure stays on the Bradford line. They're going to move it now to that right-hand side. Corella, another ball touched in flight. It's going to be another set of 6. Yeah. Burton with a hand on it. And the referee will bring it back for the knock-on. 10 metres out. So Bradford at the moment, they can't get a break.
Well, he has to make a play at that ball, and it's once more due to the fact that there's so many numbers in and around because of what the middle unit of Featherstone are doing, tipping to one another, offloading, find the quick play of the balls. They can't get the numbers set, and he has to come up with that play. Otherwise, it was another try.
Yeah, I'll tell you something, I'm really enjoying the Featherstone Rovers forwards tonight. Not only have they got the ability to bend the line back and be direct and punch a good line, but they've also got the ability to tip on, move the ball, offload. Exciting forward pack.
Oh, another touch as the hooter, I think, has gone in the background. The referee blows the whistle here. And Bradford have had a whole lot of defending to do in that first half. Mark Dunn inside had won 3 out of 4 under him, but the look on his face, he is not happy as he makes his way down to the dressing room. We'll have all the reaction to come with Ella, Hendo, and with Kyle Moore as well. Jack Bussey making his way off. Let's hope he's not too badly hurt. Will we see him in the second half? We're not too sure. But Featherstone, first half, plenty of tries for them to look back on. Just the one from the Bulls, and at the break here at the Millennium Stadium, it's Featherstone 30, Bradford 6.
We've got that on a Monday night on Premier Sports Live.
Sing along with your favourite stars when you try the Roxy TV music app free today. Available on any TV. Stream music videos, music games, and karaoke. Try Roxy free today and claim a free karaoke mic. Go to roxy.tv or on Sky Q. Select Roxy on the apps rail now.
Giftcraft fix their UK prices, so even if my bills go up elsewhere, I've got one less thing to worry about.
With flexible plans, great value and fixed UK prices for 2022.
Your car insurance is up for renewal.
What if car insurance wasn't... Imagine the better you drive, the less you pay. And if you wanted to cancel your monthly subscription anytime for free, you could. Wow. Download Cover.
Mate, just download the Cover app. You can sort it all from your phone. For real.
Cover. Save up to a third on your car insurance. Download the Cover app now.
Jimmy's parents just bought him a brand new bike, but unknowingly to them, Jimmy was about to experience a considerable growth spurt. This is what would happen if Jimmy's parents had used Bike Club, subscription kids' bikes that you exchange as they grow. But they didn't sign up, so Jimmy is unfortunately stuck with a bike that is way too small for him. Subscribe at bikeclub.com today and never buy a kid's bike again.
The Emma Original is a Which Best Buy 5 years in a row. Now with 50% off everything in our Platinum Jubilee sale at emma-sleep.co.uk.
I love the extra support of Skechers Arch Fit. The Arch Shape insole has podiatrist certified arch support, plus they look great and they're machine washable.
I just put nearly all my life savings down on a car. Not got a whole lot of spare cash at the moment.
Why didn't you use Car Moolah? It's a new way to pay for a used car. All in app, it takes minutes, you pay monthly.
Car Moolah? Why would I need that?
Breaking news, young man captured by pirates for ransom demanding money.
Hey, isn't that your son? Why pay any other way? Car Moolah, the future of car finance.
For incredible meals cooked from scratch in just 20 minutes. Try your first box for free at simplycook.com.
Try the Roxy TV Music app free today and claim a free karaoke mic while stocks last. Go to roxy.tv or on Sky Q, select Roxy on the apps round now.
Luna Rosa Ocean, the new fragrance by Prada.
UEFA Nations League, live on Premier Sports.
Welcome back to Monday Night Rugby League action live here on Premier Sports, where it is Featherstone 30, Bradford 6 at the break. Kyle and Hendo have come and joined me pitch side. I mean, that was just wave after wave of attack from Fev, wasn't it, in that first half, Kyle?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was just a pure onslaught from Featherstone. And how are we doing? All right. And it's a little fun.
You paid him to say that, didn't you?
Yeah, but look, right behind us where we stood right here, so many tries come down there, didn't they? And you know, you're dead right. It was just wave after wave, and you know, Bradford, they just couldn't contain him. They were just playing the ball on their terms with Featherstone landing on the front. Just, it was men against boys, wasn't it? And I do fear for them second half with Featherstone rolling down this hill.
Yeah, we'll chat about that in a minute. But as for Bradford, Hendo, they really did struggle defensively, didn't they, in that first half?
Yeah, they did. I mean, look, and that's one thing they're going to have to address at half-time. You know, the tackle management needs to be better. You know, not only have they got to get off their line with some line speed, but they've got to be working together. I think on too many occasions we saw Bradford players just coming out on their own, trying to solve it on their own. But what they need to do is get that line cohesion back, get off their line together, get some hit, get some stick, and then just get some better tackle management. They do that, they'll have a chance of controlling the ruck speed, which then will give a better chance of defending those waves of attack that we just spoke about. Yeah.
Well, speaking of those waves of attack, let's have a look at the opening try that came through Jack Buster. We know that he came off, but he did absolutely brilliantly, didn't he, Kyle, in that first half?
Yeah, he sure did. You know, Morgan Smith there puts a high kick. Everybody's flattened up in the defence, in the attacking line, and Sammy Kabula, well, he was out on his feet at this point, and this was early on in the game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
You know, the warning signs were there. there for the big fella, but Jack Bussey, take nothing away from him. A real just anticipating that the ball may land in his hands, and when it does, well, he's not going to score an easier try than that for himself, is he?
Absolutely. And we spoke, Endo, about the patience and perseverance from this Fev side leading to these tries.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought they were really patient in terms of their build-up to these plays. Like, they were turning the ball over on their set. They were happy to finish inside the 10, and they just went bang, bang with 2 quick-fire tries. And this man here, John Davies, last tackle kick play. They moved the point of attack from left to right, and Davies with a neat little grubber kick in behind the line. Joey Lalia gets on there, gets the ball down, extends the lead further, and puts further misery on the Bradford side.
Yeah. Sorry, Emma. Yeah, and on this try that we're seeing here through Jacks there's too many men in and around it. Lilly and Mustafa, you know, Dawson panics. He doesn't trust that they're going to get there, and as a result, he comes flying in, gets it all wrong, and then it's an easy walk over really for Riley. He has to duck his way over to score in one of those tries that right behind us where we stand at the moment.
And then we saw Jack Bussey get his second try, and again, it was poor defending this from Bradford, wasn't it?
Yeah, again, it was just another example, Emma, of Bradford Bulls failing to put the Featherstone player on the ground. That meant they got too many men caught around the ruck. They don't then adjust, get their spacing. You've got a middleman defending at 4-man as well, which puts pressure on that edge, and the edge just aren't quite together and in sync. So a number of defensive issues there allowed the opening there for Jack Bussey to score, who in the act of scoring looked like he may have sustained a slight shoulder injury there. But yeah, disappointing on the try line there for Bradford Bulls.
And this for me was the best try of the night for Featherstone. You know, it was the set before it where they just went direct in and around the ruck. Luke Briscoe, you know, we mentioned in pre-game, wins the collision once more, play the ball. Junior Moore's right to the line, threatening spaces everybody, and it's just it's just man-on-man D that they haven't quite got right at all tonight. And Ben Halliwell, he's able to spin over and score.
Let's talk about Bradford towards the latter stages, though, of that first half. That try through George Flanagan. They seemed to almost find their feet. It was just a little too late there, wasn't it, Hendo?
Yeah, look, I mean, I don't know how long it was till they touched the ball. It's been a number of minutes since they touched the ball, but they finally got themselves a bit of field position and finally got themselves a bit of reward. And that's something that the Bradford bench have done. Evan Skur and George Flanagan, since coming off the bench, have sort of given some fresh energy. And we know with George, you know, he likes to disrupt and he will bring that energy around the ruck, and he gets a little try to reward himself for that.
That's exactly what we wanted to see more of, though, from Bradford, didn't we, throughout that first half?
Yeah, but they just haven't earned the right, Emma. You know, they've not really, brought any physicality to this massive Featherstone side, and as a result, they've spent more often than not, you know, most of the half defend their own line. But the encouraging thing for them, as we've seen through Flanagan here, is when they have got down there, you know, they've managed to come away with points, and they've only been down there for sort of 10 or so tackles, and they're able to score. So for them, it's just a case of winning field position and winning field territory. But to do that, you've got to roll your sleeves up and take the baton forward and really go after Featherstone physically as well. Absolutely.
An interesting second half on the way. I'll let you boys go and join Mark Wilson back up on commentary. Don't go anywhere, because Ross is going to join me any minute for Ross's ratings, our favourite part of the show. See you in a minute.
I'm not what you think. I'm smooth, creamy, delicious. Pour me in coffee or stir me in tea. Come on, Britain. It's time to take the plunge. This is not milk. It's milk believe.
It's back. Allergy season. You start to feel your nose stuff up. Your eyes are so itchy. Your face feels like an endless stream of tears. Good thing you have Benadryl. It gets to work in just 15 minutes, faster than any other allergy capsule. When allergies strike, react fast with Benadryl. Also available, Benacort nasal spray. For unbeatable 24-hour hay fever relief with no unpleasant taste or smell.
Get up and go.
Some drivers are part of something special. They're road trip ready because they're covered by the UK's #1 breakdown service. With unlimited call-outs and more expert patrols across the country to get them back on the road before they know it. They are members of the AA. Be with the best from £6 a month at theaa.com. The AA. Join today.
Hey, it's me, the summer breeze. I just flew back into town.
Let's get outside. Much better.
The Solo Stove Bonfire is the hottest new reason to get outside. With its signature 360-degree airflow design, firewood gets just the right amount of oxygen, and since it's easy to light, it gets going fast. There's a reason it has over 10,000 five-star reviews. Bonfire is made for when those good moments become lasting memories. Save £20 off your first order using promo code TV20 at eu.solostove.com.
Feeling that cost of living crunch? Labara are here to help.
All I want is great customer service and network, but for less.
That's why Labara gives you 15 gigabytes of 5G data and unlimited UK minutes and text for just £10 a month. Plus, no contract, change or cancel anytime.
An excellent customer service.
So what's stopping you joining the bill-busting revolution? Labara. More for less.
If you're serious about moving, find out your home's sale or rental value instantly. Enter your postcode now for a free online valuation estimate. Get real about moving. Get on the market.
Meet the crossover redefined, where advanced technology meets dynamic design for an intelligent, empowering driving experience. The feeling of confidence that comes through innovation. Reimagined for the beautiful storm called life. The award-winning Nissan Qashqai, electrified with mild hybrid power.
We've got that on a Monday night on Premier Sports Live.
The second half is just moments away here in Featherstone. A quick reminder of our next game from the Championship. It's the top of the table clash between Leeds Centurions and Featherstone Rovers. That one is Monday, June 13th, 7:15 p.m. on Premier Sports 1. Now, unfortunately, there's been a medical emergency in the crowd, so emergency services and everybody here at Featherstone are attending that. It will delay the kick-off of the second half shortly. Andrew Henderson has joined me once more, pitch side. Hendo, let's just reflect again on Bradford's performance in that first half. And you mentioned a few times about the lack of cohesion on the line.
Yeah, look, I just think, it's been, look, to be honest, it's been a disappointing defensive display from the Bradford Bulls that first half. They just haven't allowed themselves to even get themselves in the contest. They've not front-loaded their energy enough defensively. They've not completed and won enough tackles, against those Featherstone forwards coming at them and the Featherstone outside backs. And look, I think it was really evident in that first half that the Featherstone Rovers had a game plan to attack to their left, to against the right edge of Bradford Bulls, with Sammy Kabula being in there, normally a front rower defending on the edge. They're trying to really work over him and Jordan Lilly, but then off the back of that, they were able to punch holes through the middle as well. And I think Mark Dunning will be really disappointed with probably, like I said, just their tackle management, the fact that they just weren't getting their contact area right, they weren't managing those tackles to ground well enough, and off the back of that, it's just almost put them in retreat mode, and it's not allowed them to get off their line, or when they have got off the line, they've been coming out at ones and twos and not working together, so that line cohesion hasn't been there, and it's caused all sorts of problems, especially on the edge, which the Featherstone Rovers have ended up exploiting and scoring some fantastic tries.
On that basis then, what do you think Mark Dunning is going to be saying to the Bradford Bulls side of the break? Oh, look, I think, he probably will express his disappointment. He'll know that, listen, we've not given a good account of ourselves that first half. We're better than what we've showed there in that first half. They've come off a great performance there against Widnes recently. They're probably coming here with some real sort of hope that they were going to deliver another strong performance. And, I think they will be disappointed. But his main focus will just, if it was me, just be talking about the defensive stuff. We need to get back to bending our backs, getting our bodies in front, getting our shoulders in, working together, doing our best to manage those tackles better so we can get our markers set,
get our line set to give us a better chance of defending those plays. If we start to front up defensively, we're then going to earn the ball back. We're then going to be able to earn some good field position off the back of Declan Patton's kicking game and Jordan Lilly's kicking game, and we'll slowly but surely get ourselves back into the contest. Are they going to win the game from here at 30 points to 6 down? Hey, never say never. Still 40 minutes of this half to go, Emma. That could happen. However, it is going to be difficult. But the only way they'll give themselves a chance is they've got to front up defensively. They've got to get their kicking game sorted. They've got to turn the ball over in better areas of the field and then really hope that they can earn some field position and post some points.
And we've seen recently, certainly, that they are capable of doing that. As for Brian McDermott's Featherstone side, at what point does he kind of go, right, this is in the bag, let's look ahead to Monday now?
Well, you've probably seen an element of that Jack Bussey coming off. I'm not sure whether it is an injury concern or whether he's just thought, well, we're 30 points up, I can probably give him a rest. He's been very, very pivotal, hasn't he, to this Featherstone Rovers side this season. Bussey's such a player that he can play on the edge, he can play in the middle, he can play a variety of positions. He's such an important piece of this puzzle for the Featherstone Rovers. So we've seen Connor Jones, who's normally a hooker, he's come on and playing in the centres on that left centre, pushing Ben Halliwell into the back row. So is that due to injuries, things like that, or is that the fact that Brian McDermott can say, listen, we're in a pretty good position, I feel like I can rest one of our main men, keep him fresh, ready for next week? I'm not too sure, but look, he'll be really, really pleased at the way his team has started this evening. I think he alluded to in his pre-match comments that it wasn't a great performance from them against Newcastle, certainly in that first half. They were a lot better second half, but the way they've started this game, they have come out with a game plan which they've executed really, really well, Emma. They've played flat, they've played fast, and defensively they've really front-loaded their energy. They've looked really strong this evening.
They certainly have, and like you say, he probably is going to be thinking about that game on Monday live here on Premier Sports. It's not just Kyle Amor that can plug that, I tell you.
She's back, she's back.
What kind of a game are you expecting?
Oh, Monday night, I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to that because I really think the Lee Centurions are in great form as well. I mean, I called it before that 1895 Cup final. I felt what I'd seen of Lee recently, they were just building and building nicely, you know. The forward pack's got great leg speed, but it's got different, for me, different points of reference with the way they attack. Like, they've got forwards that they can tip on, they've got forwards that can offload, they've got guys with late footwork at the line. I just love the point of difference in their forward pack. But again, for me, he's got good leg speed, and we've seen some of the quality of their outside backs as well. But then on the flip side, Featherstone, as we know, didn't give the best account of themselves in that final. It certainly wasn't a vintage Featherstone Rovers performance that we've enjoyed so many times this year live on Premier Sports. So they'll be looking to right some wrongs in this game, and I'm just really looking forward to it. Again, I think it's got all the ingredients to be a classic championship fixture.
I mean, largely because of the fact that they're going to want to exact revenge over Lee, aren't they?
Yeah, well, look, again, I think we've seen it this evening that Featherstone don't want to give up that top spot. You know, we've seen it in the manner. They've got plenty of motivation, and we've seen that tonight in this game so far against Bradford. Like, they have really come out with the bit between the teeth and like, no, we're at home. We're not only going to deliver a performance, but we're going to get a result. And I think they'll have that same sort of determination and mentality next week against the Lee Centurions.
But looking at it from Lee's point of view, they're going to go, actually, we know we're capable of beating them, so we can just go out and do that again. Yeah, look, I think Lee will be full of confidence. I think, like you said, I think they've got some talented players. I'm loving Pape at the moment. He is absolutely on fire, killing it. He's such an exciting player. But I think, I just think the Centurions at the moment, I think they're staying fairly grounded. I don't think they're getting ahead of themselves. I think they've learned those lessons from the past. And I just think they're in a really good position at the moment. I think they've still got some real talented players that they're not using at the moment because the team is playing that well. But I think they'll be confident going in against Featherstone next week. However, I think Featherstone, if they can produce another second half performance like we've seen in the first half, that again will give them more confidence to go in and combat a very good Centurions team next week. Absolutely. Well, that game June 13th, 7:15 live here on Premier Sports. I don't know if you can tell, but Andrew Henderson is very, very excited. Make sure you join us for that one. Back to this game though, as for this Bradford side, pitch side.
Incredible try! We've got that on a Monday night on Premier Sports Live.
Welcome back to Monday Night Rugby League action here on Premier Sports, where we are live from Featherstone, and there is a delay to kick off of the second half because there's been a medical emergency in the crowd. So naturally, emergency services and everybody here at Featherstone is attending to that. So we've got Andrew Henderson with us pitchside. We're chatting all things Featherstone and Bradford, and also looking ahead to the next game that we are going to be showing you here live on Premier Sports. That's Leigh Centurions and Featherstone Rovers, Monday, June 13th, 7:15 on Premier Sports 1. All very much looking forward to that one. Let's get back to this game, though, and talk about Brian Mack, because we know he's a character, he's a personality, isn't he, Hendo? What's he going to be saying to the boys at the break, do you think?
Yeah, look, I think he'll be really pleased with his team. I think he'll be sort of reinforcing the messages of, look,
yeah, cheers, Emma.
Yeah, it's exciting as it is at the bottom, as it is near the top of the table as well.
It's also exciting for John Keir that, you know, within a matter of weeks of parting ways with Bradford, he's in a new job at Widnes. Yep. He'll be looking forward and getting ready and raring to go there, won't he? Absolutely.
Well, I saw John last week down at Tottenham, and one thing he said to me, he said, Hendo, he said, I'm not ready to finish, because I asked him, I said, what are you going to do now, John? You know, is that going to be you coach, or do you still fancy it? I know he's got the Welsh job for the World Cup to look forward to, but he said, no, I'm not having my time. You know, I want to finish on my terms, is what he said to me as a coach. And so that told me he had obviously some irons in the fires, and as it's transpired, he now has the Widnes Vikings head coach role. Good for him. Well, Hendo, thank you very much for joining us pitchside. We can see that the teams are coming out to a round of applause here at Featherstone now, ready to warm up for that second half. The person in the crowd has been taken to hospital. We're sending all our love to them, and hopefully they'll be on the mend soon. Let's hand over now to Kyle Amor and Mark Wilson for more updates.
Yeah, cheers, Emma. Players out on the field warming up, but the biggest cheer of the night, without a doubt, when the person taken ill was moved towards the ambulance. A lovely, warm round of applause, and obviously our thoughts with those affected. And well done to the medical services as well. What a job they have done. Players out warming up. The rugby almost seems secondary, Carl, doesn't it, at the moment? I mean, we've been watching on from afar, and, you know, those medical staff, amazing, absolutely amazing.
They sure are, mate. It's just a reminder of how important they are in our society, aren't they? You know, the medical staff, the paramedics, everybody involved with the NHS there, because, you know, what they've just done over there is nothing short of remarkable, and you know, they are the true heroes of society. And you're dead right, Mark, it almost does feel like it's had a bit of a dampener put on tonight, hasn't it? But, you know, play will resume, and, you know, these guys have had a longer than usual half time, you know, perhaps another 20-25 minutes extra, you know, so the challenge is all still there for Bradford. You know, they are up against it. Featherstone Rovers are going to be coming downhill in this second half. You know, due to the amount of time that they've had in the sheds, they are getting a bit of a warm-up period, which is important for them just to avoid injury.
It is. Speaking of injuries, we heard Ross was with Jack Bussey, wasn't he, down at pitchside there. He has got that brace on that left knee.
Yeah.
You know, you can't help but look further down the road. Leigh next week, Monday Night Live right here on Premier Sports. They want that fella fit and raring to go, but it's looking a little bit dicey at the minute.
Yeah, they sure do, mate. You look, it's not nice pictures, is it, seeing obviously Jack in that knee brace. You know, I thought he's been terrific, hasn't he, all season. He's so difficult to put down. He runs strong lines, high work rate. You know, the big industrious back rower as well. And he can also, you know, he kicked 4 out of 8 goals last week. You know, so he's a man of many talents, but, you know, he might have a little bit of a period on the sideline. Hopefully the scans go well and he's not out too long, because it would be a miss for Brian McDermott, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think he was just logging onto his Premier Sports app there, wasn't he, on his phone, I think, just so he could watch the second half in comfort. He better have been, anyway. They are down there warming up. Hendo, you've been keeping the voice warmed up.
I tell you what, he's earned his money tonight, hasn't he, Hendo? Hey?
Take a breath, Hendo, jeez. Wow.
Brian McDermott there, looks quite relaxed, but, you know, no one can help what's gone on off the field, and we've already said, you know, that is the main priority tonight. But I just wonder, does that change how they approach the second half? Because Featherstone, to be fair, We were there last week at Spurs. I think it's fair to say we were a little bit disappointed with Featherstone, weren't we?
Yeah,
they
we were.
came out tonight with a big response, I thought.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, you know, we've enjoyed some great performances from Featherstone, haven't we, this season on Premier Sports, and I do feel that, you know, that contest in the final, they were nowhere near their best. It certainly wasn't vintage. A lot of errors, a lot of ill-discipline. Mark wasn't there, and I think, you know, I think Brian alluded to in his pre-match interview that they didn't quite get back on the horse against Newcastle, but they got a result, they got a decent performance. But I think looking at that first half, Mark, that they have meant business this evening. A very, very clinical first half performance here.
We saw Lee come here early in the year, and you mentioned in the first half, Carl, it was like a different world,
Yeah.
the conditions that night. We knew, hand on heart, that Lee would be better the next time they met. Does that defeat at Spurs for Featherstone now give them the incentive to be better next time? How does that work? You've played in big playoff games where you've probably met the team a few weeks before, maybe haven't been on the right end of it, and then you have to go and turn it around, because I know it's only 2 league points, but they're in effect, as it stands, they're playing for home advantage in the playoffs, aren't they? And that's what they're after.
You look, Mark, every time that these two sides meet together, there's certainly more than 2 points on offer, isn't there? There's a lot of big egos out there, and I mean big egos in terms of, not in a bad way, I mean like sort of, you know, the pride that they have, you know, who's going to dominate one another, who's going to leave a little dent in.
Well, they both think they're going to win, don't they? That's
exactly,
the facts, They both think they're going to win, and one of them's going to be sadly disappointed.
Exactly, and when you've got both owners who are willing to spend so much money for the end goal that is to get into Super League, it's so important that every time you play against each other, you just leave that little bit of doubt in the back of the mind, because, you know, next time these two come up again, which is Monday night, well, Hendo mentioned at the very start of the show, it's not going to defy the season, is it? But certainly in the next time they meet in a big game, well, Lee have got the blueprint, haven't they, of what it looks like in a big game and what pressure does in big games. You know, obviously it's advantage Lee in that sense.
It is indeed. If you just joined us on Premier Sports tonight, you might have been tuning in expecting to see the closing stages. We have had a medical emergency in the ground. Thankfully, the person involved has now been taken to hospital. Hopefully they will be okay. Our thoughts with them. Well done to everyone here. They realise the seriousness of the situation and have waited patiently, and we are about to get underway. Featherstone, a healthy advantage, 30 points to 6. They're going down the hill here, but will it be downhill for Bradford? We'll find out. Have they got a response as they come forward and take the ball in with Skur, who I thought was pretty good at the end of that first half off the bench for the Bradford Bulls, as Mustafa takes it forward. He's looking to get the ball away, and he does. Bradford coming out to play here. Get it wide to Gill, and Gill almost got away. Great scrambling tackle from Smith. Really good tackle from Smith on the 40. But Bradford, well, they know they've got to come out and throw some shots if they're going to get anything out of this game. But Featherstone back defending now. Cuthbertson all over Patton. A little bit of a smile between the two as Flanagan gets it away. Here now is Lilly, gets it back. Here now again is Mustafa weaving his way forward. Good run as well, gets him over the halfway line. This has been a decent start to the second half for the Bulls. Can they put something on the end of it here? Another big carry up the middle. Eze with a tackle. 40 out. They'll go now here to Patton, who's going to launch it high. Carella comes racing across, catches it on the 10. He's tackled. What do you make of that first set, Hendo?
Yeah, brilliant first set. It's a little bit what I spoke about at half-time there, just before we came back on, about for Bradford to get themselves back into their contest, they need to end their sets better on their terms, and they need to front-load energy defensively. But we see Featherstone again. It's a strong carry there from, I think, is it the wingman, Gale?
Yeah, Gale, it is Gale. And Kyle, post-contact meters are the problem for the Bulls at the minute, aren't they?
Yeah, it sure is. Look, wonderful ball movement from them. Not afraid to move it early and deep inside their own half, but it's this side of the game where they have to get better at. You know, Featherstone are just poking the nose through, playing far too quick, and they're off again here.
Here's Helliwell, gets the ball out wide, juggled and knocked forward eventually by Connor Jones. Couldn't take it in. Carella limps through. He's furious there because Ben Helliwell, he got through and he got the offload away.
Yeah, he sure did there, but each and every time that Featherstone are carrying the ball, they're just making little incisions in the line. It's a lovely little offload there, but he just can't quite take it in, can Jones. It's a terrific tackle as well to dislodge that ball. But there's a early warning shot already. First set for Featherstone.
Scrum for Bradford then, 25 off their own line. Adam Cuthbertson, plenty of experience he brings to this Featherstone party.
Sure does. Marking over 100 NRL appearances. He was part of the 2015 treble-winning team with the Leeds Rhinos. There's another error here from Gill, I think it is.
Yeah, Gill straight from the scrum. First tackle, absolute nightmare, Andrew Henderson.
Yeah, it's just got to be better, you know. Had a really good opening first set there, Bradford. They finished in the right area of the field. Didn't quite defensively muscle up how we would have liked them to, but then they get the ball back next set and they come up with an error in their own half, and it's just going to be a difficult proposition for them now to defend against a red-hot Featherstone Rovers side now.
Terrific work there from Davies to get out of the scrum and attack that ball, force the error.
Here's Gale, tackled by Mustafa, the Leeds dual reg man. Nervy week for him. He's up in front of the judiciary tomorrow night. Hoping he doesn't miss too many games. There's the ball played by Rovers here. Moores to Eze. Eze drives it forward. He's looking to get forward. Eze. Tackle is made about 5 metres out. And the ball now fizzes wide. Jacks with a short pass to Helliwell. Good defence, Skur there. Looked like he was going to roll out of the tackle, but the defence holds firm. Here now is Moores. Ball's just behind him. Gets it away to Smith. Straightens it up for Davis. Davis runs towards the line. Just bounces out of the tackle. Plays it now. They're going to go here with Wildy. Gets it away. Gap for Smith. Tries to poke his nose through. Trying to now fight, but Flanagan will wrestle him back. Oh, now there's a bit of afters there, but the referee had already said it was the last tackle, but a bit of feeling in that one.
Yeah, I think it was Deck Patton there, just upends him.
Well, Deck Patton and Morgan Smith, they would have played together as juniors at Warrington.
Yeah, they would have, He's got to be careful there, Deck Patton, you know, all jokes aside.
That could have been a penalty. I think if the referee sees that, that's a penalty. Ball with Bradford. No score yet, second half.
Good defence.
Eze involved again. Well, he caught the eye at Barrow, didn't he, on loan there, the Wakefield youngster.
I've got to say, I've been impressed with him, Mark. I like what he's brought off the bench. Impact, go forward. He's not afraid to put himself about in defence either.
No, unless he showed at Barrow. He has got a good offload in him as Flanagan runs forward. He's wrapped up. He's just holding the back of his head there. Not happy with something that went on in that tackle. There's Miller in off the wing. Not had too many opportunities tonight. That's a better play of the ball. Here goes Skur again. He was another one that was linked with a Super League move. He stayed at Bradford and he's enjoying the game time here tonight. Flanagan. Bradford, to be fair, second half have got it up the hill pretty well. Last one, they're going to go to Patton's right boot. What's that played at? Well, Featherstone hoping to pounce on it anyway. Will it bounce for Leilua? Did his foot touch the line? He's tackled and then he's thrown over the sideline. And there could be further actions here. I think referee's coming across.
I think he might find himself in the bin here, maybe. He strikes out with his hand.
Well, they've given a penalty against Bradford for dragging him over the sideline. So let's have a look at this again.
Yeah. Well, it's a charge down there from Davis.
It's a Falcon.
And it's Leilua. He gets on the ball here and almost gives himself up as the tackle's complete there, but then Deck Patton.
Well, here come Featherstone racing forward, and Connor Jones straight from the penalty. They moved it wide left, and Connor Jones has worked his way through the defence. Big smiles for him. 8th try of the season for Connor Jones. And Featherstone pick up where they left off first half. They score again. 6th try of the night. They lead by 34 points to 6.
Yeah, well, obviously the cameras missed it at the start there. We were having a look back at the Leilua penalty that was given, but we'll see here off the tap. Leilua taps for Davis. Out the back to Cuthbertson. They're moving the point of attack from Riley Jacks there over to Jones, and he's just, it's too easy, in and away, off the right foot, back on the outside. And again, we just see the Bradford defensive line there, just backing off, hips are turning to sidelines. Dawson Jones gets caught in all sorts, and Connor Jones does him up like a kipper there, Kyle.
Yeah, Juan Jones. He makes a fool out of Dawson Jones and goes over in the corner there, ties him inside out and in knots. and he's able to race away and put the ball down the corner. 6 minutes gone, it's another Featherstone try, and it's as you were, Mark, isn't it?
Yeah, Corella, who's 100%, he's over on that far touchline, maybe 5 in from touch, looking to add the extras again, sent it on the way. This fella's relentless, he's kicking them from all over tonight. 36 points to 6. Featherstone off with the points. It came on the back of a penalty, and Connor Jones really showing his versatility at the moment. He's got the number 9 on his back, but he's filling in at centre tonight. And this was a nice run, but you mentioned it, Hendo. Once the Bradford defenders turned, they were done, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. They're probably just, again, defensively, they're spacing a little bit tight. Not enough inside pressure as well, or line speed coming from the middles. They kind of just allow Featherstone to move the football with ease, get it to the edge, and then obviously that right edge has had all sorts of issues this evening, and they get found wanting again.
Yeah, targeted, hasn't it? Yeah, it's been targeted all night, hasn't it, Endo? Right from the minute goal. Have to do an awful lot of defending. Had a lots of traffic thrown on that occasion there. It was just a wonderful team try, wasn't it? Multiple pairs of hands, people being direct, threatening spaces. Wonderful work from Jones as well.
Ball now moving along the line. Here's Davis again. Can you imagine how good John Davis would be if he was about 6'4"? Because the way he runs it in like he's 6'4", doesn't he? What a player he's been. Here's Eze, starting out in his career. Wheeled in at dummy half, and now the high kick from Smith, and Leilua and Briscoe will chase it, and well caught in the end on the wing there.
Yeah, done well there to pull it in, didn't he?
Yeah, it was Elliot Hall, the fullback, came to collect it. Here's Burton. And these are hard yards now. Any faint hope that Bradford had at half-time has disappeared, you feel, with that try, but Mark Dunning will be looking ahead. They go to Sheffield next week, then they take on Lee and go to Newcastle. So they've got some tough games coming up, and hopefully they'll get some more bodies back on deck. There he is, Mark Dunning. Looks a little bit less angry than he did in the first half, as the Bulls now moving along. And here is AJ Wallace. Gill gets it away. Patton is going to go deep downfield. No real pressure on Corella though, and he'll catch it comfortably. I don't know what to make of that tactic, Hendo. Really, they're just asking him to catch the ball, something he does 100 times a day in training.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I mean, it's a traditional sort of kick these days in the modern game. Kyle will probably attest to that as well. The sort of the high box kick, or sort of midfield sort of bomb.
Well, look, they're not really getting anything advancing forward with the ball, so they're just trying to put it up there and hope that Corella gets it wrong and gets the ball back. But, you know, for me, they just need to start being direct more, playing the ball quicker, creating some ruck speed. They just haven't been able to do any at all, have they?
Again, it comes to the energy levels, Mark. They're down, aren't they? They've done that much defending.
Yeah, you're right.
They just can't seem to get into shape or have enough purpose with what they're doing.
Yeah, very easy for me to sit here and criticise what they're doing, but I just wonder, they need tries. As the ball goes forward, Burton brings it forward, so Junior Moores has gone for a breather. Tyler Hepby, the former Castleford man, is on. 4th appearance for him, as Hall skips away from one, but Bradford are going to get a penalty here. Featherstone were offside, a little bit too keen. Says might smell the man in the middle tonight.
I won't harm Featherstone Rovers whatsoever. Ideally, they wouldn't like to get the penalty away, but you know, they've got every bit of confidence that they'll see out this threat from Bradford, get the ball back and just go straight back at them. It really has been more or less a one-sided contest, hasn't it?
Ball working its way across. There is Skur again, runs at Halliwell, makes the tackle. Flanagan in at dummy half. Gets it away here to Doyle. Doyle drives it forward, 40 metres out. He's wrestled to the ground by Cuthbertson. There's Tyler Hepby in at the tackle as well. Here now is AJ Wallace. I like this guy when I've seen him play. I think there's some play in him, isn't there?
Jamaican international, isn't he? I think is AJ Wallace. And I like the way his lines of run are generally pretty good. He can punch a really good inline. Seen it, and he's effective both on the right edge as well as the left edge, Mark, as well. So a young player with plenty of promise.
Yeah, former Leeds Academy man, joined the Bulls this time. They might have found themselves a very good player there. Here's Lilly, another one with formerly of Leeds, takes the line on. Eze wrestles him to the ground, 10 away. They'll play it here on the last pattern. Little dribble kick through, was looking, but Cuthbertson picks it up. He offloads it. Gill, look, he's pitched it, Gill! Oh, he's lost it, Gill! Right. Well, Gill thought he'd pitch one, and he's dropped it over the line. It's a rueful smile. It was almost a brilliant play, but having got the treats, he dropped them all over the floor.
Sure did, didn't he? Yeah. He'd done everything right. The hardest part of it all was done, wasn't it? And he just tries to stretch his arm out and he gets knocked out there. Leilu were all over him. And Gill, well, he'll be scratching his head tonight.
He's been a prolific try scorer, hasn't he, for Bradford?
12 this season, yeah. And that should have been 13.
Sums up the night, doesn't it, Mark? Really,
it does. It's been one of those, hasn't it, for the Bulls? But Featherstone were brilliant for 15-20 minutes, and here they come again. They want more points. Carella wrapped up by Mustafa.
You bring Adam Cuthbertson on and you bring Craig Kopchak on. That's the difference, isn't it? Like for like on the bench.
Here's Jacks to Carella. Carella turns it back for Heppy. Heppy cuts off that right foot, drives it forward. 3 in at the tackle. Wildy waits at dummy half, going down the short side here. They've got numbers. Riley Jacks is going to score a second. Too easy for Riley Jacks. 15th try of the season. Referee, no hesitation. The Featherstone faithful are lapping this up. They put 40 on the Bulls, and it could well be more to come.
Yeah, there sure is. The writing's on the wall, isn't it? Riley Jacks. I mentioned 2 tries last week. Well, he's got another again tonight. That's 2 now. And again, we question the contact that Bradford, haven't we, all night, Hendo? And that there's evidence. That's a half-back there, just steaming straight over the top. I think it's Dawson Jones as well. No, it's not, sorry. Right. It's the full-back. You've got to be better than that. If you're a full-back, you know, you're trying to save all the tries you can. And that there, well, it's just weak defence, isn't it? But Riley Jacks, too powerful on that occasion. Yeah. It's as simple as the tries for him. And you mentioned it there, Mark, 40 points to 6 as well, 54 gone on the clock. And it's another try. It's 8 tries now for Featherstone, I think. It's a real landslide, isn't it?
Often you get a show of emotion from Brian Matt, but the thumbs up, and that's the closest we'll get. We'll best keep a copy of that.
Yeah,
we might not see it again.
It's been a good performance, hasn't it, really, all round? I mean, they've been fairly clinical this evening, haven't they, what they've done.
Brian Matt talked about, didn't he, pre-game, about, you know, what the Bradford coach alluded to there about that real siege mentality sort of approach, that it's us against the world, and he mentioned that it was a difficult prospect playing a team like that. You know, well, tonight, though, he certainly answered all the questions that he wanted his players to come up with.
Well, Carella finally misses. But here's a try again, Riley Jacks. Well, he got a hat-trick at Odsall a few weeks ago, and you'd have to say you'd fancy him to go in again here. But that was a little bit too easy.
Yeah, it's a good try from Riley Jacks. Again, he swings around late to the short side.
They're all offside.
No, offside.
That's abandoned, that one, isn't it?
That is criminal.
And the water carrier nearly gets a slap off the referee.
He doesn't. He almost did, didn't he?
Well, they're chelping Bradford, but let's have a look at it. Are they off? Are they off?
Yeah,
well, they are, aren't they?
Balls off.
And Flanagan, to be fair, is holding his arms out. Just go, oh, I've gone too early.
Yeah. Well, it's gone from bad to worse, hasn't it?
Well, it might do in a moment. 7 tries for Featherstone tonight. There is George Flanagan, got a try back for the Bulls, but he's got some more defending to do here. Heppy runs it in. Flanagan is there. Doyle involved with Skur in the middle of the field. Wildy, here they come. Cooper, good carry from him. He's back on for Eze. As they play the ball now. Out of dummy half, Wildy to Smith. Smith to Carella. Ball over the top. And it was over the top, straight over Briscoe. And out for a Bradford ball. That was a little bit of poor execution from Mark Carella.
Yeah, which we've not seen a lot of this evening from the Featherstone side. They've executed fairly well for large parts of this contest, and he'll be disappointed with that. Carella, the pass not finding the man, not well executed.
But they've created the numbers once more, haven't they? You know, if he catches that ball, it's a tight finish in the corner that Briscoe's very capable of doing. The shape was right, the execution was wrong.
Yeah, Sammy Kabula, we saw him there just on the sideline. He's into the action. He replaces Steve Crossley as Flanagan in at dummy half gets it away. Here is Kabula, drives it forward.
Yeah, they've dealt with every one of his carries perfectly, haven't they? He hasn't really been very effective with the ball, and he's been a big spot target without the ball.
They've done the homework on him, haven't they?
Yeah, they sure have.
Here now, Bradford moving it wide, gets it out here for Burton. Burton, nice sidestep.
Wonderful feed.
Did beautifully well there, and he drags Featherstone back inside their own 40. Gill gets it away. Mustafa moves the ball here to Lilly. Lilly through a gap, needs support, tracked down. And it was Heppy who got him just in the nick of time. Last one. Flanagan loops it here. Under pressure, there is Deck Patton. Patton floats it out wide. Corella under pressure, comes up with a catch. But he's tackled in goal. So Bradford will get a repeat set. And they, at least this time, asked Corella to come and catch it under pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. I wasn't sure if he went in goal there at the start. I thought he jumped in the field of play, landed his feet in the field of play. But
did it? Is he did have grounded the ball there?
His ball carrying arm may have just...
What I will say there, sorry, Hendo, is what a kick it was from Deck Patton. To step up his left foot under pressure and then have the time and the execution of that kick to land it 30 centimetres off the try line. Boy, what a terrific play 100%, that was.
And we spoke about Deck Patton, didn't we, pre-game, about his kicking game and how important it would be as an effective weapon this evening, albeit we've not seen a lot of it.
But like with all halfbacks, we've not been able to see the very best of Deck Patton and Jordan Lilly due to the fact that they're behind a much-beaten pack, aren't they?
Well, this fella's taking the charge forward. Skur, that was a good kick return. Oh, Kabula almost tripped over there. Plays it quickly. Bradford on a bit of a roll here, looking for more points. Doyle with a no-look pass to Mustafa. Good defence, 5 away. Doyle back in at dummy half. Set restart, is it for the Bulls? Doyle going to pitch one. He's in. Yeah. He got that down, Thomas Doyle. Brilliant from the number 9. Powers his way over. 7th try of the season. They might be getting beaten, the Bradford Bulls, but they're going to give it everything in this second half.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic try there from Thomas Doyle. But it come off the back of Mustafa. He got in between bodies. He finds his front, generates some ruck speed, which Bradford haven't enjoyed a lot of that this evening. Okay, but it's a nice little way to pass. Not sure who tipped it onto him, but Mustafa gets in between bodies, gets the quick play of the ball, and Doyle just picks up and goes off the back of that as we see the Featherstone defenders just slowly retreating backwards. I think it's Kopchak there. He gets in between him and Corella to score. Fantastic try for Doyle.
And all that back, Kyle, on the back of Skur's first carry that got Bradford on the front foot.
You're dead right, Mark. You know, it was Skur, then Kabula, then Mustafa. So all 3 front rowers, all middle men, doing exactly what they're paid to do, and that's take the ball forward, generate ruck speed. And when they're able to do that, it gives you halfbacks, it gives you 9 something to play off. And on that occasion, Doyle there shown, like all good hookers can do, anything quick near the line, grab a try. But for Brian McDermott now, that's 2 tries, 2 soft tries from dummy half. You know, he'll be looking to fix that up for next week.
He will indeed. You can imagine that Edwin Apape and company have been looking at that defence.
That man Hoyle on, isn't it?
So a debut then for Michael Hoyle, formerly in the Army. He's in the Championship now. We welcome him along on Premier Sports.
And he's had his opportunity off the back of some real strong performances in the reserves for Bradford Bulls. He's been given the green light by his coach tonight, and he's had 2 very big carries there so far in his introduction to this level.
And here's Doyle again. There he is, Michael Hoyle on debut. Special night for him and his family, I'm sure.
Yeah.
There's a ball here with Patton, short pass again to Wallace. Oh, it's another forward pass. And that was the decision in the first half that thwarted Bradford. Is it a timing issue? Is it a bad pass?
It's a combination of a couple of things. I think timing and also the no-look pass. He's trying that no-look pass, and sometimes when you do that, your body position fades away. So he sort of fades back on as he executes the pass. His body's fading back, so effectively it almost gives that illusion that it is forward as well. If that makes sense.
No, it sure does, Endo. It makes it look like that the ball's travelling forwards, doesn't it? Because they fall off the pass, almost, you know, take 2 metres back off themselves. And it looks like it's gone forward, and on that occasion it's a borderline call, but the referees decided that it was a forward pass.
It was. Briscoe with another big carry. Look at him fighting on the ground. Referee stop play here because there's a head knock for Mustafa, I think it is, who's picked up a knock.
Again. One in the first half, didn't he, Mustafa?
Yeah, this...
I think it's a finger. Problem. Is it a finger in the eye or is it a head knock? Is it? I think it is a head knock, Mark. I think you're right.
No, there's a bit of blood there as well.
All right.
I think that's a broken nose.
Yeah.
And having done that myself, I'm sure you fellas have.
I was going to say.
That is not a nice feeling.
No, there's 3 not nice noses.
That's not exactly right.
Oh, look at the camera. They're getting stuck into him, aren't they, in the truck there?
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Oh, there you go. Back of the head on the nose. Ushka. Yeah, we've all been there.
Looks like he's going in for the 10th round, doesn't he, here against the champion. They're getting a bit of Vaseline on the cut, straightened out his nose.
Add some character.
Rugby league, welcome to the championship.
Yeah, add some character to him.
Well, he's a young fella, isn't he, learning his way. Had a spell at Hull Kingston Rovers, of course, on loan from Leeds.
Yep.
And I think as a coach, you're looking at things like that, aren't you? That's a testament to him, but he's happy to carry on, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Here come Featherstone, 40 points to 12 in front, just under a quarter of the game remaining. Well, they cut loose at Bradford, didn't they, in the last 20 minutes? Are they going to do the same here as they go up the middle with Cooper? Tackle made. Flanagan and Doyle. Here now is Kopchak, gets it away. Smith, short pass to Davis. Davis edging his way over. Oh, they can't keep this fella quiet. Created one in the first half with a deft little kick and bulldozes his way over. John Davis crashes over. 4th of the season for him. And Featherstone looking to pour on the points.
Yeah, that try there, it's just sheer determination, isn't it, from the back row. It keeps his legs pumping, almost reversing back over, and has the presence of mind and the ability in his skill set to spin out the tackle and put the ball down. Davis in his 7th season here at Featherstone Rovers. Just watch this. He catches the ball. He's got about 9 metres worth of ground to make up. Backs his way over, spins, twists and turns. Makes it so difficult for them to handle. Nah. Perfect stuff, yeah, brilliant.
Just think AJ Wallace and Dick Patton there, Kyle, just need to be working together a little bit better. You expect a left shoulder tackle from Wallace and a right shoulder from Patton, but you just see Patton just gets ahead of the line. Wallace not quite with him, so again, that line cohesion not quite together. Ends up being a one-on-one there in the end with AJ Wallace, and as you said, Kyle, Davis just too big, too strong, spins out with the power, gets over the line.
Corella will want to get back to successful ways here. He's 6 from 7 tonight. This should be 7 from 8. And it is. He obliges. 46 points to 12. Well, Featherstone, maybe now they'll have one eye on next week. Brian McDermott not giving too much away. And here they come again, Rovers. And the short pass this time was on the money. Well, we mentioned his size earlier on, Kyle. He doesn't half run above his weight. I'll tell you what, those lads could do with some chips. They need feeding up, the little fellas. Want to be like John Davis, lads, you've got to eat your vegetables. An error here from the restart. Wildy's not happy.
They need to get down to Ross's ratings, don't they, them young kids?
Oh, not backwards. The referee deemed it went forwards. Seems to have been quite friendly in that scrum tonight, doesn't it? There's been plenty of laughing going on, but Bradford are hoping to get a 3rd try here. All turned back on the angle for Burton. Burton works his way forward. He was looking for an offload, but no one to get it to, but he's still going, still fighting.
Mark, look, there's 15 minutes left in this game, and I don't think that Bradford have looked like they've given up at any point. I just think they've just met a team that's got far too much class and that are just doing everything a little bit quicker, a little bit stronger, a little bit more direct than what they've probably been used to over the last couple of weeks. So, you know, there is still a couple of promising signs for the Bulls. They're still going, aren't they?
They are. Here's Flanagan. Gets it away. Here now is Deck Patton. Patton gets it to Lilly. Lilly steps past one, loops the ball over the top. A risky pass that. Gareth Gale fancied that one, but he couldn't get his hands on it. But Bradford here with Kabula. He's going to have a look down the short side. Then remembers he might not have the pace to go around that way, so he straightens things up. He's tackled 10 away. Flanagan for Bradford centre field. Here is Lilly. Lilly fires it into the arms of Pat. Little kick over the top for AJ Wallace. Ball bounces away from them, and Wildy is on the scene to get it back, and Featherstone survive.
Well, a little bit of creativity there from Dick Patton, obviously chasing the game. Oh, they see Briscoe!
He's going to be tackled up on the 40. Wallace getting back with Flanagan, who needs to get out of the way pretty quickly, but Rovers, who, what, 2 tackles ago were on their own line, now they're on the halfway line.
Yeah, transition and defence into attack. Wonderful break there by Briscoe, just gets himself right out of trouble. 40-metre run, and once more it's Featherstone side across the halfway line and into the good ball territory of Bradford.
Here's Kopchak on the run. Good tackle, Mustafa. And here come Featherstone, last one. They're going to go now to Smith. Smith kicks out wide. Briscoe and Leilu are the targets, but in the end, Hall did well. They get off the ground and catches it inside his own 10. And normal service resumed, really. Bradford getting the ball back inside their own end of the field, and the tough carries start again here.
It just mentally breaks you, Mark. You know, when you're 2 metres off the try line at the other end of the field, and then in a blink of an eye, you're carrying off your own try line once more. It absolutely breaks you.
Baldwinson just come back on, as has Ben Evans, and they both carry the ball here as Doyle pops it up. Here now is Miller. He's tackled, 40 out from his own line. Last one, Patton looks downfield, kicks across the field, hasn't quite got the angle. Gale will catch it on his own 10, looks up, brings it forward, fancies a run at Dawson Jones, who eventually makes the tackle alongside Hoyle. And Featherstone, what have they got, around about 12 minutes or so, as a thundering tackle goes in there, and Dawson Jones is hurt here. Oh, I thought the referee was going to stop it. I think he gave a set restart, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Here's Jones, jumps out of one tackle, and Jones is quick. Fullback gets to him though. Burton does well, and he's trying to slow things down. Gale gets it away. Jacks is going to chip over the top for Corella. What's a bounce like? Oh, bounce past the ball. And Burton, who'd made the tackle before, wasn't a Homer fullback, but he got there just in the nick of time.
Oh, well, Bradford survive again, but once again, Mark, they're coming off their own line, and we've seen this time and time again. And that's one thing I think Brian McDermott will be really pleased with his side this evening. Yes, we've seen some great ball movement through their forwards, through some nice little tip-ons and offloads. We've seen some fantastic interplay with the outside backs on the edges, especially to this left edge. But it's just the patience as well for me they've showed. You know, they've been happy and content turning the ball over inside that 10, and even though that was quite an inventive piece of play there from Featherstone, they still get another quality outcome to end a set.
Here's Kabula getting to an edge, little flick pass as well. That was nice, but Miller's got nowhere to go. Jack's all over him. Tackle made. Eze's back on for Kopchak for Featherstone. Now they're going to try a chip across Bradford. How will this one bounce? Again, it's an awkward bounce, and Davis picks it up. He slips it to Briscoe. Briscoe runs at Gill, who makes the tackle. Gill's looking to steal it one-on-one, but there were 2 in the tackle, so he's got to let go there. But the ball has been very unkind, hasn't it, to the chasing team on 2 or 3 occasions now.
Yeah, well, it's inventive, wasn't it, from Jordan Lilly? Perhaps just trying something to, you know, to try and grasp something out of this game now as we enter into the final 10 minutes. But the ball bounces in favour of Featherstone, and just off the back of what Hendo said a set earlier, I do think what Featherstone have done terrifically today. They haven't played the scoreboard, have they? They've just rolled forward, been very, very professional, very direct, and just turned the ball over where they want. More often than not.
Helliwell, he's had it pinched. Lilly's nicked it off him, and the referee says get on with it. So Bradford, a couple of ball steals in this second half. Here's Miller. Miller wrestles his way forward.
Bradford haven't got Gavin Clinch. They're doing ball steal coaching, have they?
There's one for our older listeners.
Yeah, that's right, for the older listeners. That's it.
Ball up to the 40. Showing your age there, Endo. He was good at it though, wasn't he?
He was. This is what I've liked about Bradford. They're still willing to play, aren't they? They're still willing to spread the ball around, move it, try something. They haven't just gone into the shell.
Well, that was a comment earlier about they're going to get a penalty here for a high tackle.
On
that was the comment about just punting the ball at Corella. There didn't seem to be any positive outcome possible. And all right, they're chancing their arm. They've lost the game, but you may as well go on with a few more tries, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely, Mark, you know, but sometimes it's difficult, isn't it? You know, if you're kicking the ball from that midfield point and you've continually came off your line for 20 minutes, you know, that kick that gets hacked forward, they're just trying to get some sort of land out of it, aren't they?
Yeah,
you know, they know they've been second best today, let's be honest.
Yeah, and it's almost like a tired effort, isn't it?
It's like it's last tackle, I should kick the ball, so I'll just kick the ball, you know.
Yeah, well, here they are, the Bulls, looking to get another one back. Doyle to Kibula. He's worked hard, in fairness to him. I know they've been all over him tonight, but he's kept on running. Here now is Lilly. Not the best pass, and Evans couldn't take it in, and Featherstone pick it up. And maybe just some tired bodies there. And now here is Heppy weaving his way forward. Heppy's going to be tackled.
Yeah, they are tired now, Mike. People falling off tackles. The skill there obviously gets affected the more tired you are, and the pass there wasn't quite good enough for it, was it?
No, we're in Adam Cuthbertson pitch side, has got some ice on his knees. Hopefully nothing too serious there. This is a Rovers player getting treatment in back play as well, so that there is Cuthbertson. Hang on, doesn't want the ice now.
He wants to get back out there. I think that's what he's been told.
Yeah, might be getting back out there. He's
tackle there, is he? No, gets away with that.
Ben Evans on Smith. To get your thinking caps on for your player of the match, fellas. I'll come back to you in a few minutes for that as a high kick. Oh, that's beauty! Oh, is it? It was beautifully taken, and then it's dropped, and Leilua is over. His second of the night. He'll not score an easier one. It looked like they'd regathered the high kick, but the ball comes free over the line. And Featherstone have put 50 on the Bulls. It's another big win. They're going back to the top of the championship.
Yeah, they sure are. What about Jonathan Davis there? Sorry, John Davis. You don't normally see the back rower put a kick like that in. And that is absolutely perfection. Look where it lands. Has the winger in all sorts of trouble. Leilua is the first to react. But what about this? He's 35 metres out. It's a huge up and under. He sees that there's no one home. That's brilliant, mate. It absolutely is.
It is indeed, and it's always a tough one, isn't it, as a winger, when the kick goes over your head, trying to catch it once it's gone across and over you. And Hall's trying to get there, and he actually gets himself in a good position, but he can obviously hear the footprints coming down from behind, and just unnerves him slightly. And as he goes to catch the ball, he just slightly juggles it, and Leilua and Briscoe, great kick chase from them. They compete and they finish.
Well, it's just the vision as well, isn't it, from Davis? He knows the fullback isn't sat in that pocket. He knows the winger's up high. It's last tackle. I think it's just pure
skill,
smart,
great skill as well. Like
quality play from him.
Good execution and skill from Davis.
Tyler Heppy just leaving the field there as Corella from out wide slots another 2 points.
Yeah, he's good with that mood, isn't he?
Certainly is. But they are Corella hobbling back. They've picked up a few bumps and bruises tonight, Hendo.
Yeah, well, he said Cuthbert went off with his knees strapped, and we know Bussy, obviously, in a knee brace, going in for a scan, and Tyler Heppy went down before as well, so maybe a couple of slight injury concerns or worries. No, it's called back.
Leilua thought he was racing off for the hat-trick. Well, he scored a couple from close range. He was on his way there, all right. Let's have a look at this. I think the referee's got that right, hasn't he?
I think so, yeah. Right. Yeah, I think it's just come over the top of Davies' shoulder.
Leilua denied. As Bradford have got a scrum. Doyle has gone for a breather. Here's Dawson Jones. So Cuthbertson, who was applying ice to the knee, didn't even get a chill, did he? He's ripped that pack off and he's back out there again. Kibula coming forward. Flanagan hoping to get Bradford going for a consolation. Here now is Patton. Nice pass out the back to Burton. Burton weaves his way forward. Davis with another good tackle. That's Kieran Gill. Gill gets it away. Here now, Baldwinson. Baldwinson is wrapped up. Bradford going to their right-hand side. Here's Lilly, sees the avenue closed. Eze races out, gets to his man. Here now is Burton. Burton then tackled by Eze. I think he's going to be a good recruit for Featherstone. There's certainly some good raw materials to work with there for sure. As a ball kicked over the top, should be dealt with, and it is. It bounces dead. Corella clearly in a little bit of discomfort, but Featherstone almost there.
Yeah, just a poor end to the set there, wasn't it? Kick a little bit too long, too much weight on it. Bounces and runs dead.
Rovers then, 9 tries for them tonight. Hoping for more potentially here. Work their way up towards halfway. Don't forget Monday night, next Monday, live on Premier Sports. Lee against Featherstone, the top 2 in the championship. They meet for the 3rd time this season. We cannot wait for that one. Make sure you're there. All the build-up as normal. As here now goes Smith. Outrageous dummy! And Morgan Smith weaves his way through. It's a 10th try on the night. It's his 14th of the season. Beautiful. 56 points to 12, a fantastic try.
Yeah, fantastic individual try there from Morgan Smith. Like every good halfback, going to the line, playing nice and straight. And I think it's AJ Wallace, the back rower. He just slightly leaves the scene, rocks out to his left, and the inside cover defence just couldn't quite get across quick enough. That was the trigger for Morgan Smith to exploit it. He sees AJ Wallace, he just slides off. And that means that Smith then can show the dummy, take the space that's on offer. And obviously the marker, they're just not quite Bulwitson, just not quite working hard enough to cover the inside for Wallace. And obviously gets around Burton, the fullback, as well. Fantastic individual try there from Morgan Smith.
Yeah, Wallace is really wide at A, isn't he? And it's the line that John Davis offers that interests Wallace and Deck Patton. And Smith, he's too experienced, he knows the game very well, and he can see that out of his peripheral vision that Jordan Bulwitson isn't working as hard as he perhaps should. And he just does a simple show and go, drops the shoulder, and has the pace to sprint away 30 metres and score. Been a huge win tonight for Featherstone, back to winning ways. They're averaging 40 points a game with the ball, and it's 56 tonight.
Yeah, 2 more points. Right, boys, who are you going for your Betfred player of the match, Hendo?
Yeah, well, Colin and I were pretty much in agreement to this one. You know, it's a tough one because obviously the Featherstone Rovers, it's been a complete team performance this evening. There's no doubt about it. There's a case for a load of players. I think Ben Halliwell's been really industrious on that left edge for them. But it's the guy on the opposite edge, John Davies. We think he's been the man of the match tonight. He's scored a couple, had a hand in a couple. Yeah. He's been sensational, Kyle, hasn't he?
Yeah, Hendo, he scored a try, he set 2 upward kicks, he's played 80 minutes and he's got through a lot of good defensive work as well for them. He's our player of the match. Terrific game there for the former Castleton Tigers man.
Yeah, well done, John Davis. Eze is wrapped up, we're in the closing stages here. Lee put in an emphatic win over Halifax yesterday to go top of the table. Featherstone return serve with a big win over Bradford tonight. They meet next week right here on Premier Sports as Leilua carries forward again. Is there time for one more for Rovers as a big shot went in there on Davis, I think it was. Patton it was Wildy actually he got. And the ball picked up by Briscoe. And Featherstone, a bit of messing about the play of the ball, will get it back now. And they'll work it centre field, short pass. Kibula steals it one-on-one. So Bradford maybe just time for one more. They've clearly been working on their ball stealing, haven't they?
Well, I said it. I wouldn't surprise me. Is Gavin Clinch being hired there as a ball steal coach? Who knows? But they've done 3 tonight.
Bradford working forward again. Baldwinson carries. It's always going to be tough for Mark Dunn inside to come here. They go to Sheffield next week in the championship. And now the ball with Lilly. Short pass to Ben Evans. Evans is wrapped up. And the ball now working its way across the field. Caught by Briscoe, did well. And the tackle is made.
You know, Matt, me and Hendo were saying at half-time, we just wondered with these sides of Lee and Featherstone.
Oh, look out. What about
that? There from Slanigan on Leilua. Not many people who leave a dent on him, is there? what we were just saying there, we just wonder with the amount of money that Featherstone spend and how much form they've been in, if perhaps, you know, some teams when they come here, if they're already mentally 20 points down before the game begins.
Well, it's possible. There is the hooter. Cuthbertson will take the tackle. And it's a job well done. The Featherstone fans, I'm sure they'll be going to lead next week. There's our player of the match, John Davis. For the damage done in a scintillating 14-minute spell just before the break, when Featherstone rattled in 5 tries to lead by 30 points to 0. Flanagan got one back, but it was 30 points to 6 at the break. Before more tries for Jones, Jacks, Davis, Leilua and Smith wrapped things up in the second half. There is Connor Jones, impressive from the bench. The worry will be for Featherstone over Jack Bussey. He'll have a scan on a knee problem ahead of the trip to League next week. Mark Dunning, well, plenty for him to think about. I think the look on his face says it all. Shell-shocked. Didn't expect that. For Brian McDermott, looks quite relaxed, doesn't he, Big Brian? As he troops off into the dressing room. A job well done. It tees up next week perfectly. Leilua applauds the crowd. And we must say our thoughts with the person who was taken ill during that first half, being taken to hospital. Thoughts with them. But it's been a good night for Featherstone Rovers. Their fans are in full voice. Let's get down to Ross Fiddies. He's with our player of the match.
Davies, congratulations. Another big win. It's just becoming normal practice now, is it?
Yeah, well, you know, we had to kick back after us, you know, disappointment in the final. That everybody, we didn't play his best rugby on a big occasion. So, you know, we talked about it over the last 2 weeks and just how much we had to learn from it. And, you know, we wanted to put in a real professional performance today. And I thought, you know, especially in that first half, we did.
Well, you set up 2 tries and scored one yourself. Talk me through that.
Yeah, Brian actually lets the back rowers kick, so, you know, something a bit different. It's been a while since I've been allowed to kick, but, you know, we mix it up and we've got a good variation going and, you know, some good partnerships, so, you know, we play hard for one another and, you know, I'm just happy to get over phones. Congratulations, and a massive game next week. How do you prepare for that one? Just going to have to treat it as a final. It'll be a big preparation through the week. But, you know, if we can put them in corners and ask them to come out and go the full length, you know, then it'll be a great game. Congratulations. You go off and celebrate. Well done.
Another dominant win for Featherstone here at home.